Alright, that was I Closed My Eyes from Secret of Mana Wave by Cannibal. You can find their entire discography at cannibalwithak producer.bandcamp.com. Let me link that real quick.
Copy and paste might be quicker.
Yeah, but I've already started typing.
That's fair. They have an entire album that is just the Secret of Mana soundtrack, Vaporwave. It's very good. It's a very good album.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoy both the music from Secret of Mana and Vaporwave, like I do. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends beyond the binary, hello and welcome. I'm Kristi. I'm here with Katie.
Yo.
We're going to finish Arcade Spirits tonight. We might go a little long in order to fulfill that goal, but I don't work tomorrow because it's 0 right now in Oklahoma City. And
0 degrees Fahrenheit.
It is 0 degrees, and my work has decided not to open up in these conditions.
Oh, it gets very cold once a year in Oklahoma. Colder than basically anywhere else in the world, because it gets down to a temperature like, I mean, not Antarctica.
Right.
But it gets down to like fucking 10 to 0 degrees, somewhere in that range. And then there's also 20-mile-an-hour wind.
You know, like you do.
It's dangerous.
We're in the prairies. Hey, Two Flower.
Hi there. Okay, give 0F. That's the one. All right. Good job, Andy. I'm not angry at all.
You got there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is it. This is the last one.
Mm-hmm. We're at the very end. Time to... My voices might not be as good this week because it's 0 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill.
We might be sloppier altogether for that reason. I'm wearing a Snuggie and a fucking scarf and an inadvisably colorful hat, and I'm still fucking cold.
I'm wearing my sister's princess jammies.
They have feets.
They got feetsies.
I presume they're very warm. They look very warm.
They're not actually as warm as I was hoping.
Oh.
They're warm down to about 15 degrees, and then anywhere below that, I'm still a little cold.
Oh, damn.
Uh-huh.
Well,
they're not quite made for this extreme of weather.
So let's jump into the line.
All right, let's do this thing. Let's chase this rabbit and turn it into a green star.
Yes, like in Mario.
Like in that Mario game.
Okay.
In that Mario game that I'm playing.
Good.
Oh, turn that down a bit.
Just a little on our
mic.
end so it doesn't come in over the mic.
There we go. That should be good. All right, let's load it in.
Load it up, load it in.
Arcade Spirits. Bum bum. Whole bit reminds me of TurboGrafx a lot, but TurboGrafx also went for that arcade look.
Yeah.
Level 8, kill screen.
I'm certain we'll get a little bit of a recap, but to do a brief overview of last week, we opened up Wake to Conspiracy, which is what we inadvisably named our arcade, because they used that word in its original context, and then we called our arcade that, and so we've confused ourselves on it.
Oh no, I can keep up. I'm just fine. I don't get confused at all.
Good for you. I'm glad for you. And we are our opening day. A lot of things happened, many of which were bad.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I forgot to readjust the volume. That's on me. I even reminded myself to.
Whoops. It culminated in us getting shot in the leg by girls dressed like Sailor Moons, who were in a gang brawl battle with a local street tough hacker gang who had been messing with us all day.
It was very silly. Hey, thank you for 36 fucking months of support, Xenon.
That's almost 3 years.
Ah! Oh, y'all are amazing. That is 3 years. That is 3 full years.
So, we're gonna see how this plays out. Thank you.
Get rid of them chat logging bots.
Get thee away from me, chatbot. It is the distant future year 20 boop-de-boop, and who am I kidding? I'll be looking to make it to 20 boop-de-doop plus 1 at this rate. I've had my strand of fate twisted back and forth so often it feels like it could snap at any moment. Mired in depression and a supposed family curse, then lifted up by amazing times at the Funplex, slammed back down by Dekonami, raised up again by the Waster Conspiracy Project, and now descending farther due to a series of bad coincidences, culminating in a Pier 6 brawl. Good phrase, in which I got shot.
Got that big truck energy going from Two Flower.
Oh, hurrah. Oh, thank you for the subscription, then.
Might have gotten
might have
truck
unlocked.
juice.
Okay.
Right. Thank you for
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
I hardly ever look at channel points unless I see someone else throwing juice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's mostly the big truck juice it gets used for.
Yeah. But today, I'm back. Back to Waster Conspiracy and ready to work despite being on crutches. Figured I'd use my channel points. That's fair.
Oh, right. Well, thank you for gifting him a sub.
Sup, Riz. Thank you. Normally I have to mentally filter out the beeps and boops of a busy arcade, but not today. Aside from our regulars, nobody's here.
One of these days I'm going to put up a sub goal and hope we can get up to that 15 points so we can get another emote.
Not exactly the side I wanted to see on the grand return after heroically taking a bullet to the leg. We're 3 days into this ambitious experiment, and it's already looking like a bust. Even with a reprieve from Miss Defam. Oh, right, the Karen that we were dealing with.
Yeah.
We had a critic here for the paper. She didn't get shot. We got shot instead, so that's a plus. Even with a reprieve from Miss Defam, we couldn't hush the event up completely. The news of, quote, gang violence at a local arcade, end quote, spread over social media like wildfire. Gavin had filled me in on all the details I missed while I was passed out. By the time the cops got here, both gangs were long gone and the ghost monsters wiped our security footage on the way out the door. No arrests made, no evidence remaining. The only plus side? Sue and her ghost monsters apparently never came back. But even without them actively causing problems, that single day managed to smash our reputation. It's just so... Yeah, there it is.
Fucked up.
Disappointing, unreasonable, frustrating, or have we dropped the idea that we're saying boop for cusses now?
Pretty much.
Okay. We have other bits, it's fine. I'm not married to that one. I'm married to you, and I'm very happy for that. It is disappointing, it is unreasonable, it is deeply frustrating, and it's super fucked up.
It is especially fucked up. This is what everyone picks, though, I'm certain.
I'm frustrated. We had a single lousy day, and that's enough to send the masses running and screaming? Talk about overkill. It's frustrating to see all this amazing fun on display and nobody enjoying it. These games yearn for quarters. They are hungry, and they must be fed.
Feed me!
I honestly don't know how we can recover from this. We could only get the good word out, somehow correct this PR disaster. Seated behind the ticket desk with my crutches propped up nearby, light duty only, for a week, minimum, doctor's orders, I tried to mentally detangle this mess. Oh, sorry, I'm doofing around with a brush that is near to me. Hey, Iris, are we...
Yes, we're still trending negatively on social media, like the last 7 times you asked.
Any luck with our security camera footage, then? Anything we could give to the police? It might help our public image to have someone to point blame at.
Nope, it's totally wiped and my file recovery systems failed. I guess that's to be expected when going up against cyber criminals. We should have used an analog format. Like, they've even avoided bad press from the shooting. I haven't spotted the words ghost monsters in any of the articles I found about the attack. It's like they're ghosts.
I told you they were ghosts.
Well, not literally ghosts. I just mean they clean their tracks very effectively.
They're literally ghosts. Yeah, I got that. We did see them in their corporeal form, remember? At least that whole mess seems to be behind us. Now we just need to dig our way out of the hole.
Heard in background, feed me, waka waka.
The fuck was that?
That was the Pac-Man cabinet yearning for quarters.
Oh, the Pac-Man cabinet. Okay, got it. I sigh heavily as the burden sinks into my lung. I'm sorry, I'm going to rephrase that. These goddamn up-tempo numbers, man. You come out of an up-tempo number into a death dedication, you got to reset your whole biz. I sigh heavily as the burden sinks into my lungs. And before I can groan further, I heard footsteps approaching me. I lock my phone and pocket it before seeing who it is.
I remember Spybot Search and Destroy. That worked for a brief period of time in the early 2000s fairly well.
I absolutely had that on my E-Machine's desktop.
Yes, there is. There's just there's just wrestle references in the background sometimes.
It's very good.
Greetings, friends.
It is I, Hamza, here to discuss matters of great import with my good friend and worthy ally, Kristi Haley.
Hi, Hamza.
I sense a distinct lack of energy in your greeting, likely due to your sorrowful state after being shot.
Hobbling along on crutches isn't fun, but no, that's not the problem.
Regardless, you must always face the day with fire and purpose, Kristi Haley.
Such is the iron will of Hamza.
Only with an absolute will of iron, strong and resilient against that which assails you, can you achieve absolute victory in the world of arcade games.
Yeah, pardon my lack of fire. I'm just pondering how to deal with this reputation situation.
This displeases Hamza.
Indeed, those foul miscreants truly soiled our trousers of decency on opening day.
Wow, Hamza is showing us all of his teeth.
I'm more worried about the fact that he says someone else shit his pants.
I'm so mad that you said that.
Such misbegotten youth must pay for their insolence. What is your cunning plan for completely and utterly destroying them?
I was thinking more along the lines of a PR campaign to rebuild public trust.
Ah, far less exciting, but Hamza will assist in any way possible. You hold within you tremendous power of persuasion. Hamza has witnessed this firsthand. Your people skills are unmatched. What a way to make a point, says Xenon. Shitting in someone else's pants.
I mean, it does the damn thing.
Perfection.
Are you sitting on the TiVo remote?
No, it just keeps fucking resetting. Unless I am. You
Oh,
are.
I was sitting on the TiVo remote.
Haha.
Yeah. For some reason, it went into the TiVo channel, which I don't even use, but I can't remove, without rooting the thing, which is incredibly difficult. Believe in the me who believes in you. Hey, that's a reference.
That's a Gurren Lagann reference.
And strike forth into this world to re-establish our business as one of sublime arcade majesty.
Right. So, like advertising or something?
I gotta read Andy's. It makes a statement, and that statement is, I am a magician and poop is my medium.
That's... No. No.
Hamza suspects you will require a grander statement than some mere billboard. The violent incident made a splash. You, my friend, must make a tsunami! One which will wash away the blood and leave us clean. Ah, if only such opportunity would simply walk through those doors and lay its bounty before us, this could be a simpler matter.
Hold that thought. We've got a customer. Hello, welcome to...
Okay, gotta clear myself for the Dekonami voice.
Would you like a drink of water?
I could probably use it.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna make Dekonami talk while drinking from this water so that y'all can see that it's not me doing the voice.
Is that what that was about? Don't worry about it.
That's the ventriloquist thing.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know. We're moving on.
Good morning.
Ellipses.
Dekonami. Ah, good day, mister. Hold on. I'm trying to come up with your name. I completely pretended to forget your name. Excuse me. Hanson? Harrison? Something starting with an H. Please excuse Hamza, Kristi Haley. I must return to my kitchen to be forcibly restrained by my chefs, lest I commit a crime against humanity. What an eccentric fellow! Unlike me, I'm perfectly average in the way I present myself.
It's a sword game. I stood there in silence and shock. I tried telling myself this was just a bad fever dream from my wound, but no such luck. This was 100% real.
He's even got the tacky rings.
Yeah.
Capitalism!
I watch as Deco takes a look around the arcade, his smug grin ever present. I see his eyebrow arch as he takes note of the people, or rather the lack of people here playing games.
Such a shame. Such a shame.
Can't say I'm surprised in the slightest. Why would anyone come to such a mediocre arcade when the premium Dekonami's Palace experience is available to them? So I think I'm doing a slightly different voice than I did last time, and I don't care, because he's just gonna continuously turn more and more into Skeletor as we go. I'd estimate you have maybe a month at best before you close down. I'm looking forward to purchasing this land. Maybe I'll make it a fun zone or a parking lot.
Oh, so I did look it up. The voice actor who is actually doing Dekonami's voice, not that you're not doing a wonderful job, is Mark Mears, who does the voice of the male shepherd of Mass Effect.
Oh, okay. He doesn't go extreme enough with it, I think.
I think that you just like turning everyone into a Captain Planet.
Well, look at him. He's a Captain Planet villain.
You're not wrong.
He's the
literal actual devil, and it's fine.
This is my favorite arcade on the Citadel! Yes, a parking lot, and I shall call it the Hailing Memorial Parking Lot because I'm going to literally murder you. It would be a fitting tribute.
I'm not dead yet.
You open an arcade in the middle of gang territory. It's a reasonable assumption you'll collect a few more bullets along the way.
No, I can't handle this. Not today.
Not today, Satan.
What do you want, Mr. Nami? If you need tokens, the change machine is over there.
A pity, is it not?
Did he say the whole? I'm having a hard time hearing because the volume's so low. Tokens. How quaint. Still no swipe cards, eh? Sadly, I'm not here to play any of your antiques. Rather resembles a 1980 boop junkyard in here, doesn't it? All these obsolete games that no one truly cares about.
No. I'm here to make one final offer.
Okay, that didn't come through the mic, so we're good.
Perfect.
This is against my better judgment, given the bad blood between us. But let it not be said that Dekonami is an unforgiving or cruel person. If you sign over ownership of this arcade to me, I'll spare your careers. Yes, even Miss Fairchild and Miss Wolf. I'm sure I can find something for them to do at one of my facilities. You should count yourself lucky I'm even willing to do this. You get an opportunity few others who cross me are ever offered.
So I know he's supposed to be like an over-the-top supervillain style rich guy, but this is how CEOs actually talk, having interacted with a few in my time.
So I used to work at this grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And not even the CEO, but like the guy who owned the particular grocery store I was working in, because it was a chain, like brought me in to talk to me about some behavior things, because I'm neurodiverse, and it's I didn't have the language for that at the time. People just thought I was weird.
If you don't punch him, he tries to be supportive and reasonable here. Well, that's unrealistic. No, but for real, that's actually unrealistic.
Yeah.
I know this type of person.
It's like, it's incredible, he said to me, the owner, that you have
Oh, okay. So he's being manipulative the other way.
Oh, he still wants to buy yeah, sure.
Okay, that's more what I expect. He's not actually being supportive. It's because I respect you so much.
Anyway, he said a bunch of stuff that was shitty. We can move on.
Yep.
If you don't agree to my terms, I'll stand idle and watch as everything burns down around you. You have my word on that.
Well, I'm glad that we've got him to be honest.
Okay. Obviously, I want to say no to this fabulous offer.
All it takes to make him be honest is to punch him in the face.
But at what point do I cut my losses? Miss Francine believed in dreams, but she also believed in practicality and trade-offs. Am I ready to give up everything so that I have something resembling a future?
I know the answer.
Yeah. Of course I'm not giving up. I mean, seriously, I had so many opportunities to jump ship prior to this. Why would I bail this close to the end?
Okay, the top and the bottom are so good.
Yeah, those are pretty much the only two we have on option. No, now get the fuck out of my arcade. Take your patchouli stink and get out of my store. I'm afraid I must follow my own dreams, Mr. Nami. My resolve remains. I refuse your offer. Only if I get a $500,000 salary, 3 company cars, a Hollywood mansion, my own line of designer fragrances. Eau de Kristi.
So top or bottom?
Get the fuck out of my arcade is in character with the way that we've been speaking to Dekonami. So let's just let's go with that.
All right.
I'm not gonna sell out. That's not me. No. No. No and no. No and no and no. That's the Fibonacci sequence?
Yes.
Yes.
1, 1, 1, 2, 1. I don't think that's Fibonacci. I don't remember the name of that
It's
one.
1, 1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
Anyway. So if that's the only reason you're here, well, you're not a paying customer, are you? Would you kindly get the fuck out of my arcade before I call police?
Quit loitering.
Thank you, Andy. 1 + 2 + 1 + 1.
Ellipses. I see. So you remain a foolish child at heart.
So be it.
So be it. I guess I'll just have to settle for buying the burnt-out husk of your business once it ultimately collapses around you. I think you underestimate the damage being associated with the criminal element can do, Ms. Hailing.
Dial it
It's
back.
enough to ruin even the mightiest of arcades. The mightiest! Oh, and I doubt the ghost monsters have forgotten you. They will return, and they will make matters far worse for you.
And immediately I take notice. Play it cool. Play it cool, don't let on. Just test the waters. Really? Ghost monsters. I thought that gang was called Lovely Chainsaw or something.
A foolish fool.
Yes, ghost monsters. Sadly, they insist on naming themselves after that absurd ancient video game reference. You know, the packing fellow of all the childish, immature.
Oh, Wilmot's warehouse.
That's the one.
He shakes it off quickly enough, refocusing on me.
But enough banter. I believe I'll take my leave. I'll not see you again, Miss Haling. I'll let my lawyers handle purchasing what little will remain of you. Good day!
Once he's out of earshot and well beyond the confines of the arcade, I pull out my phone to verify something. Iris, you checked all the news articles about the shooting, right?
Oh, yeah. I've analyzed them all. Do you need me to pull up a specific one?
Just confirm something for me. The ghost monsters were never mentioned by name in any of them, right?
Yes, it seems Sue's friends are good at covering their tracks. Why?
This is it. This is the chance we need.
And if you had one chance.
One opportunity. Admittedly, it's a slim chance, but at this point I'll take what I can get. Message everyone. I'm calling another Wachter Conspiracy.
At Wachter Conspiracy.
Here at Wachter Conspiracy, the arcade we named after the event. Why did I do this?
You're all fired up. Okay, messages sent.
I have just eaten. I'll need everyone's help to fill in gaping holes in my plan, but at least now I have a plan. It's time for one last-ditch effort to save Wachter Conspiracy, the location.
Wachter Conspiraception.
I don't like it. I don't like that this is what I've done to myself. Oops. Hang on.
Fortunately, we have rewind enabled.
Dip switches, y'all. Hamza's sorry. Up tempo. If you've never seen that outtake of Casey Kasem, like having a bit of a moment, it's worth looking up. I know, I did this. There's no bell to ring. Hamza's restaurant in the back of the arcade made for an ideal gathering place. We'd picked out one of the largest tables, one where we could easily speak to each other.
Calm has returned once more after the very sight of Dekonami caused a red mist of rage to descend upon Hamza.
Revel in the splendor.
Oh, that hit the mic.
Yeah, the dog one. The Casey Kasem thing. Yeah.
Can Hamza interest anyone in only the finest of spicy buffalo wings, or perhaps a diet soda?
I'm good, thanks. I shouldn't have drunken water when I knew I was about to speak.
Sure, I'll have a soda, yum.
This was it. This was where we'd make our last stand. I looked around the room, at everyone, at all my friends, and nodded to each of them determinedly. Okay, I know things are rough, but I've got, let's say, a good 60 to 80% of a plan for how we can turn things around. Like, we can all agree what happened wasn't our fault, yes? Someone else screwed us over. Every problem we face could be traced back to them.
The ghost monsters and lovely chainsaw may be to blame, but the court of public opinion puts the blame squarely on our shoulders. Our venue is tainted by their actions. We can cry foul all we like, but if there's even a chance of violence returning to our doorstep, it'll keep customers away. It's a real bummer. We haven't seen any families here since opening day. Parents just aren't willing to take their children somewhere that's known for being dangerous.
Actually, I wasn't talking about the gangs. Today I learned who our true enemy is, and that person is Dekonami.
Dun 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 dun!
Like, still though. He didn't stop doing it. He's still doing it.
Dekonami.
The beast that wears human skin. Yes, surely he is to blame. Hamza is admittedly uncertain as to how, but Hamza is also perfectly willing to go along with this idea.
Kristi, hailing arcade spirits, learned that the true enemy was capitalism. That's true. Earlier, when he was taunting me, he slipped... sorry. Earlier, when he was taunting me, he slipped, mentioning the ghost monsters by name. Except those hackers keep their noses clean. They left us with no proof that they were even involved, thanks to our security cameras being wiped. The cops didn't go after them. The news didn't identify them. So, how did Deco know about them? Answer. Deco hired the ghost monsters to ruin our opening day.
Wow, you're figuring it out only, what, 3 chapters after we figured it out?
I mean, it's been one.
No,
It's
like,
been an
as soon as
in-game week because we got shot.
As soon as we saw them in the arcade, we knew that shit was going to go down because of them.
Oh yeah. Well, they had portraits.
Exactly.
It could be worse. It could be Danganronpa.
What?
What, seriously? In hindsight, it should have been obvious. I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. Far too many coincidences to be otherwise. And the fact that they only started wreaking havoc once Ms. Defame showed up to bear witness. I can see what you're throwing down, Kristi. Sue and her friends didn't seem awful at first. I remember talking to Clyde. They were very nice and friendly. And then Mrs. Defame showed and...
Oh my!
Wait, do you think Mrs. Defame is involved?
Considering she was willing to hold back a review, I don't think she's knowingly involved. But Deco may have gotten wind she'd be showing up and took advantage.
Or even, manipulated and pushed her schedule to where she had to show up.
Or something.
Yeah.
What if?
You don't think... Deco wouldn't stoop that low, right? Hiring some random street gang to mess with us, would he? Oh, he would. He's a spiteful bastard. Of course he'd try to ruin our opening day. The only reason he didn't destroy Miss Francine was out of some weird sort of gentlemanly respect for a fellow elder business owner. But to Dekonami, Kristi is basically pawn scum.
Thanks?
To be fair, I doubt he orchestrated the bullet-riddled finale of the evening. That pushes plausibility. True. He wouldn't have even needed a shooting to ruin us. The negative review alone would have done the job. Being even slightly associated with a gang would have been awful. If Mrs. Defame reported us as a hotbed of teenage chaos, a living reenactment of Lord of the Flies, it'd spell doom even without bullets flying around.
Hotbed of Teenage Chaos is my favorite punk band.
I guess we're lucky she held her review back. Not lucky, skilled. The problem is, we have no proof of this, do we? No way to tie Deco back to the ghost monsters other than him slipping up and mentioning them to Kristi. I doubt he'd ever admit to this on the record.
Iris hasn't been able to dig up any digital evidence. Although there's our eyewitness testimony, which should be enough to warrant some investigation. But for some reason that doesn't seem to be enough for the police.
I know a few of the local cops and how they think. If they're not looking for the ghost monsters, odds are they're actually looking into the ghost monsters quietly. Which, admittedly, doesn't help us in clearing our name.
I think it's a hotbed of teenage chaos played with Edgy on purpose at the last Warped Tour.
Which, admittedly, doesn't help us in clearing our name.
And it's too much to hope that Deco simply confesses to orchestrating the incident which ruined us.
Come on!
Ugh, that slimy bastard's not getting away with this. I'll beat the truth out of him if I have to. As amusing as that would be, and I would find it very amusing, I wouldn't suggest it, though. We need to be smart about this and undermine him rather than take the direct approach. You mentioned having most of a plan, Kristi. Care to elaborate? On my signal, unleash the bee.
Well, if Deco won't confess his sins, we need the next best thing. We need his henchmen to flip on him.
Or flip him off.
See, I sensed some tension from Deco about the ghost monsters. He called them childish and immature. That's a lot of gay bees suddenly.
Just waiting for the best one.
They're very nice gay
Do I
bees.
have the best one? No, I don't have any of the bees, I don't think. Damn.
Oh, that's a shame. There may be some bad blood between them. How about we break up their partnership? My plan is to track down the ghost monsters, get them to turn on their employer, and confess to their crimes. Once the media hears it from Sue herself that the incident was all thanks to Deco's scheming, it'll clear the good name of Waiter Venspiracy, the location. This plan is foolproof. Ellipsis.
Seems like the intersex bee is the one that the fewest people got, which, yeah, that sounds right.
I'm answered with a myriad of blank stares and blinks. Don't everybody congratulate me all at once.
Okay, so this isn't really me criticizing per se, but
That sentence has never not followed criticism.
your
Proceed.
plan kinda sucks. No, I still don't see the intersex bee on there. Bad road.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
I thought there was an intersex bee.
I also thought there was an intersex bee.
Yeah, Mox posts the intersex bee sometimes. No, wait, it's intersex penguin, maybe?
Button.
You want us to track down a bunch of hackers we already can't find, then ask them politely to betray the guy who's paying them a lot of money? Thank you, Xenon. Between this and the shooting, I'm worried about your health insurance premiums are going to go through the roof, Kristi.
That's why I said it was maybe 60% of a good plan. Look, we don't have a lot of options, people. Right now, the only ones who can save us are the ones that ruined us. Deco and Sue. I'm confident that if I can find Sue and talk to her, I can get her to see reason.
Didn't you ban them from the arcade and tell Sue you never wanted to see her again?
Okay, so we didn't start off on the right foot, but I'm willing to put money on myself turning that around.
Doubtful.
Uh-huh. I have my doubts, I'm afraid.
This hinges on our ability to find Sue, find an unfindable bunch of ghosts, once ISIS can...
Ouch.
Yep. Fucked it up. Take two. This hinges on our ability to find Sue, find an unfindable bunch of ghosts, ones Iris can't even track down. That's where you all come in. All options on the table. I want to hear your ideas for how we find Deco's hired goons. Let's fill in the other 40% of my plan and make this happen. And awkward glances back and forth are all I get in return.
This is so far, this is a really well done scene. This has been very human interaction in the wake of something terrible happening.
Listen, I got into a sort of hypervigilance because I've been shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sort of going off the reservation a little bit.
Everyone else is terrified you're going to get shot again.
I get why they're concerned. This is the slimmest of hopes and the narrowest of margins. I'm asking them to follow me on a hunch. But I know this can be done. I know I can get Sue to give us the dirt we need to clear our name. Heck, some days it feels like all I do is talk my way through problems. If that's my one special skill, I'm going to rely on it for this final conflict.
Or we can punch him in the face.
Or we could punch Sue in the face.
I meant Dekonami, but...
Now, if we could just find her.
I'm still disappointed that there's no Tim. We got Sue and Clyde, but no Tim.
Maybe Tim's in the back somewhere. Maybe Tim's driving the getaway van.
Tim's probably too deep a cut.
Yeah. We can punch both of them in the face. Bad Road's right.
One with each fist.
Bring me two motherfuckers.
A 16-year-old
fist for each one.
A 16-year-old girl who was armed and dangerous.
She wasn't armed.
Oh right, she did. There was no shooting back, was there?
No.
Because they're just middle-class kids who think they're a street gang.
Yeah, they're hackers. That's it. For that, I need their help. And that means I need to motivate them like a true leader would.
Alright, so no punching Sue in the face.
Punching a 16-year-old girl in the face is...
If she had a gun, you can punch her in the face.
That's
if she
true.
has a gun that she's waving around.
Yeah. Come on, do we want to just let Deco beat us? Or let's think outside the box. Way outside the box.
Though if she's waving a gun around, you probably shouldn't try to punch her because you'll get shot.
Yeah, there is that also. We can outthink, outwitch, and outmatch Deco. Or if we can't stop him, Deco's going to ruin our dreams. Yeah, we'll just punch Deco twice.
Yeah, once with each fist.
All set sail with Captain Punchin'.
That's
Never
my name.
leave dry.
Alright,
I'm from Oklahoma. I'm legally required to know the Garth Brooks songs.
we are losing frames here and there. I apologize for that. It doesn't look like it's getting too bad at this point.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. What do we want to do?
I don't know.
I think our only viable option is to think way outside the box, but that sounds like we're just like asking for any Hail Mary. We want to inspire people.
We can outthink, outwit, outmatch.
We can drink orange juice harder than Dekonami can. Talk to orange juice. I duped up the old...
I mean, we can drink it too.
We can drink it. Fuck. Yeah, that. I look around and I see the best and brightest the arcade world has to offer. Engineers, thinkers, problem solvers, brilliant minds. Deco's ruled by his spite and his bitterness. We can be smarter than that. We can be better than that. We can find a way to turn his weaknesses against him. Find an unfindable gang? I think we can do that. Unseat an arcade tyrant? I know we can do that. All I need from you is to take this seriously and lend me your aid. Work the problem with me. Are you ready?
You know it. I've solved cosplay challenges before. Solving this will be a piece of cake. Obviously, I'm ready and willing to take on this task. You need only ask. It'll be a complicated dance, but I'm willing to step to the beat of success.
Melody of logic always plays the notes of truth. Everyone nods in agreement, and I can even see some smiles start to appear. We're all on board. Now to just determine the how of the plan.
Decision! Finding the ghost monster.
That's so bold.
Perhaps.
At the risk of stating the obvious, why don't we talk to the police about this? They've proven unhelpful so far. Why would this time be different? But if we go down to the station and fully explain our situation, we may be able to gain the information we need. I feel this would be a reasonably steady course of action. I'm not certain about showing up and just asking for them to open their files for us, but you're correct. The police would have the information we need. Except cybercrime is a risky situation. You have to control leaks. If they're looking into the ghost monsters, they won't just tell us outright. The key is talking to the right people. I know most of the cops at Ben and Matt's Donut Shop by name, and I know one friendly officer that'll help us.
Nope, no way.
Why get the cops involved? We already know someone who's got an axe to grind against Sue and her buddies, or rather a chainsaw.
Ooh.
Chainsaw is ready.
That's right, Queen Bee. We can ask the lovely Chainsaw Gang. They'll be easier to find and would probably be thrilled to divulge all the dirt they have on the ghost monsters. Or they'll carve us up with switchblades. Could go either way. I'll admit, this is a super gutsy move. But if we pull it off, we don't need to involve the authorities at all. This whole situation's a bit too sticky for my wicket. Cops and robbers? No thank you. Although, the alternative I'm about to suggest may be stickier still. Kristi first met the ghost monsters at Deco's palace, yes? They're regulars there. So, we investigate Deco's palace and find someone who knows Sue and her mates. If we can find a good friend of hers and make them understand why we need to speak with Sue, well, it'd go ways to mending fences with the ghost monsters if we approached on friendly and diplomatic terms, yes?
I'm pretty sure if I showed my face at Deco's palace, he'd get mashed into paste by his private security goons.
My face wouldn't. Deco doesn't know me. I was Funplex adjacent rather than a Funplex regular. And I think the last time I set foot in a Deco's was years ago, so I could wander freely with Juniper. Yeah, we could slip in and ask around about Sue without anybody even noticing. I'd say this kindly strategy is an honest appeal to those who may know her. What could be more cordial?
Definitely.
Other than a cherry. A cherry cordial.
Sure.
That's what I went with.
Right.
If she's got a single friend in that place, I'll find him. It's a daring mission in enemy territory. But for you, Kristi, I'll do it. What are you looking at me for? I don't have any ideas. I mean, well, you could try Googling TM for her accounts.
I'm reasonably sure Iris already tried that. Iris?
Yep, I even used Yahoo TM, Bing TM, Alta Vista TM, and Webcrawler TM, which in this universe all survived into the mid-21st century.
Web crawler.
Mm-hmm. We were just mentioning Webcrawler the other day, too.
I have no idea what half of those are.
Hotbot, Lycos. Yeah.
Ask-
Flower says Lycos, too.
Ask Jeeves. Andy popped up with it as I said it.
Ask Jeeves is still technically around as Ask.com.
Oh, right. Dogpile.
Wow, that's a deep one.
Yeah.
That is a deep cut.
I have no idea what half of those are. I did that.
Okay, but that's not really what I meant. I mean checking online forums for arcade enthusiasts. She loves arcades, right? She may have an account there. I've been rejoining online communities lately to try to open up to like-minded folks and socialize a bit more on my own terms. She's gotta be lurking in one of those places. Oh wait, I know! If we can't passively search for her, we can actively call her out. As much as I hate internet trolls, they do get results. If we taunt the ghost monsters online, well, I'm positive Sue's the sort of person who looks herself up constantly, right? Like a narcissist.
A winner is you.
Of course. And with my help, we can establish fake accounts to spread the messages so far and wide that she can't miss it. Jeeves has been sworn to secrecy. If you learn his terrible wisdom, you will die in 7 days. I'd suggest we use a public internet access point to keep it from being traced back to Wake-driven conspiracy, though. Ooh, road trip! Road trip!
I can tell from Gavin wincing that he's not a fan. But he's not a fan of Iris in general, so...
Good work.
I like this plan, Ms. Naomi. It is pretty quirky, but it just might work.
Well, I did say I wanted options. Involving the cops after all the semi-shady things we've done is risky. So is provoking a rival gang of armed hooligans. So is infiltrating Deco's palace. So is... Okay, posting a few troll messages isn't that risky, given how many social media companies actually adore trolls and nurture them for advertising dollars. But it could annoy Sue. What's the best path forward? And Two Flower says that all of these will work. So just choose the favorite. Before I can decide, Juniper raises her hand.
All of these sound great, but Kristi, you're still recovering from an injury. The less moving around you do, the more likely you'll heal nice and quick. You can't go gallivanting around the city chasing down rumors about the ghost monsters today.
I'm just on crutches. I'm not in an iron lung or anything. I'm still mobile.
Light duty only and touchscreen controls. Doctor's orders, remember? Because you're mobile.
Because I'm mobile, right.
But I have a solution to this conundrum. It's simple and super effective. Is it
having a phone? Yes, guy with a cell phone, man. His superpower is he has a cell phone.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it using the attack psychic against a fighting type?
Oh, okay.
Let us do this for you. Wasn't that the plan already?
I thought that was the plan.
You've had to tackle all these problems since joining the Funplex by yourself. No, you haven't. Why not step back and let us handle this one? I'm a little confused as to the things she's saying right now because it does not represent our experience.
Sort of the core idea is that we have been joining up with other people to solve problems and building bonds, as is the way of a visual novel. Well, okay, but I need to be there when we finally confront Sue. While you're out and about, I guess I'll go get some rest so I'm ready for tonight. Whoa, when you will be here in my arms. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
These are my friends. I trust them entirely. So now the only question is, which plan do I want to give my Kristi seal of approval?
So
we're not going to police.
yeah, I'm for infiltrating. I'm for the infiltration with Juniper and Percy.
Oh, this is as. So we're rather than
Yeah, we'll be controlling
we're just
them.
we're just not going to be there, but we're still going to see the scene.
Mhm. I'm for the infiltration. I think that sounds like the most effective thing, talking from experience.
Sure, they're all effective. I think infiltrate Deco's palace is probably the one that gives me the least willies.
Exactly.
I don't want to go to the police. I don't want to go talk to the girl who shot me in the leg, or I don't want other people to go do that either. Throwing out
mean.
It's just mean. It's just regular mean. Let's do the
Generally
infiltrate
speaking,
thing.
if you can avoid conflict in a situation like this, that's what you want to do. As an old-timey protester, you avoid conflict until it is necessary. It does become necessary. But all of these are going to result in conflict immediately. Cops do not de-escalate. Gangs do not de-escalate. Trolling the internet does not de-escalate. This could de-escalate potentially.
Two Flower says 80% of streamers pick Percy and Juniper.
Well then, I guess we're 80% of streamers.
We're 100% of streamers because there's two of us and we're both streaming.
Oh, you're right.
That's how math works.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided. Let's do the thing.
I'm glad that people who, what's it called, who stream this particular game, understand the need for de-escalation.
Yeah,
That's a good sign.
I agree. It is also people who stream this game.
Yes. That's why I
Right.
specified.
Right, okay.
Most streamers do not understand what a de-escalation might be.
No. I don't know if you've heard of Ninja.
Oh, let's not talk about that person.
I think our best bet is to keep things quiet, not involve the police or criminals, not troll the internet, just ask around for some of Sue's friends. Juniper, Percy, you two head off to Deco's palace and see what you can learn. It's less likely to backfire. At worst, you get arrested for loitering around the place, or you get your butts kicked by his security, I guess.
Right, we'd best move along then. You can count on me, Kristi. So is one of them going to be the narrator now?
De-escalation. Is that a food?
Oh, yep. One of them is the narrator now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess it's Juniper narrating.
How do we want to handle this? Because this is going to be...
I can do the whole scene.
I would
for
rather you
consistency.
did it.
Okay.
How about you take Juniper and Percy, and then I do all the randos?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good. That's right. She could count on me always. Kristi and I have been friends for years, and would be BFFs for many more years to come. I knew I'd be by her side forever and a day. Okay, so I wouldn't be by her side today. I'd be at Deco's palace looking for clues, like a teenage mystery sleuth, except that I'm in my 30s, but I was by her side in spirit.
Arcade spirit.
Kristi is always solving all these problems for other friends at the arcade, always going on crazy adventures and getting in trouble, all while I stayed on the sidelines. But now it's time for Juniper's Day in the Sun!
She looks like a violent femme.
Or Juniper's Day under the fluorescent tube lighting, anyway. I've never been to Deco's Palace before. I went to Las Vegas once, though, and this place very much resembles a bad off-strip casino. People liked this scene so much, there's an entire chapter of the next game from the perspective of one of your friends.
Oh.
Which means we had to write like 6 versions.
Oh no.
Oh, that's wild. Pulsating lights flashing everywhere, the constant chirps from the games, and not to mention that heavy smell like greasy fried chicken. Not a pleasant aroma, is it? I noticed you wrinkling your nose. I don't really like junk food. I mean, it's all you can swing when you're poor and don't have much free time. But I prefer cooking proper meals, you know? Mood. Juniper's like a high-energy version of me at times. But the target demographic of Deco's Palace adores anything deep-fried and or coated in sugar, you see. So, have you given any thought to how we'll track down someone who knows our elusive ghostly friends, then? Simple! It's a process of elimination, like Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. We're looking for teenagers, right? So we can rule out any kids or adults
What?
here.
I'm sorry, what?
Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures.
Okay, sure. How is that a process of elimination?
It's not, but I had to put it in there because you said ghostly friends.
Okay.
And I just put it in too late.
Okay.
Plus, Sue and her friends are delinquents. We find some young miscreants, we'll find our contact. So you're suggesting we wander up to a random, dangerous-looking teenager and just start asking?
Correctamundo.
It's foolproof!
I don't think either of us know what that means.
Yes, well, if I may suggest something a bit more rigorous in terms of a scientific approach. Before Sue and her friends started running wild at Wake to Conspiracy, the location, she seemed to express an interest in my Mr. Movie game. Apparently, Deco's has a version of this game that she'd already mastered, one which is strikingly different. I think I should start my search there. Perhaps a fellow Moopy aficionado would recognize Sue and be willing to talk about her. Okay, you hang around Moopy, like you always do. I'll poke around elsewhere and see what I can find.
Harsh.
Text me if you hate her.
That's harsh to do, what you've done.
It's literally been like...
You're not wrong. It's still a mean thing to say to someone, to a person.
I'm glad
with feelings who's your friend.
Oh, it's a good thing he's fictional then.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll be in touch. I thought that the most dangerous game was Raptor Bag Dynamite Batman.
Oh yeah, the Beastie Boys invented that game. They call it Badass Man. That's a joke I gleefully stole from Sipple and Ollie.
Oh god, I remember that.
Rock facts, rock facts, rock facts.
And then an hour passed with nothing. I asked around, but either nobody had heard of Sue or they kind of went quiet and made an excuse to leave after I mentioned her name. I thought about chasing them down, some of the folks who seemed to know something, but maybe I'm just not gutsy enough. I don't get it. Kristi makes this sort of thing look so easy. I thought we could just roll up on Deco's Palace, find someone who looks cyberpunky, get the info, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, bada done. Instead, I'm nursing a watery iced tea at a soda fountain and poking at a basket of French fries. See, I don't like iced tea, so we're totally different. After complaining about the greasy junk food, of course.
Well, do you?
Huh? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I was asking if you wanted a refill on your iced tea.
Oh, no. I'm good. Hey, do you know a young woman named Sue by any chance? About so tall, lavender hair, likes Moopy?
I have other customers to attend to, excuse me.
Well, poop butts. Maybe I struck out. I'll admit I didn't have much of a plan going into this one. Never have much of a plan, really. I couldn't even work up the nerve to leave that awful job until Kristi gave me her approval. I couldn't lay out my plan for my life. Being an independent artist is hard work, but at least now I have something resembling a plan. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. I think that's why I admire Kristi. Okay, so she needs a nudge now and then to get moving, but once she does get the let out, nothing stands in her way. Wow, good job, brain.
Something just stands all the way in my way. Well, that is what's happened.
Yep.
Stuff just keeps on motherfucking standing in my way.
Yep, and you have to keep pushing it and punching it in the face. I need that kind of energy if I'm going to succeed today. I need to not just sit on my butt eating fries. Gotta get out there and make this happen. Oh, a notification from my phone snatched my attention just as I was getting off my bar stool. Possible lead. Meet me at the Moopy game. This is it. My time to shine. Let's make it happen, Juniper. It takes seconds for me to get there. I almost stopped myself as I got it's a narrator box. I can see Percy standing near some weird touchscreen version of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, which is being played by a little girl standing on a step stool.
I did it!
And if you hit the button, it makes the wizard man eat all the dots.
Impressive. You've got wonderful timing, Miss Tia.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Miss Tia, this is my friend, Miss Juniper. Juniper, Miss Tia here was telling me all about her best friend, Miss Sue.
What?
She was?
Definitely.
I mean, yes, I see Sue, right. Okay, this is not what I expected. I figured any friend of Sue's had to be some rough and tumble punk, not like a cute little package of smiles and sunshine. It's funny because she still thinks that Sue is a real street gang leader. How does the leader of a gang of thugs end up friends with a kindergartner? Still, this was my chance. I had to go for it. Let's see, how would Kristi handle introductions?
Hi, Miss Tia. I'm a Miss Terry. Except my name's not Terry, so I don't know why that's the thing. I'm very pleased to meet you, and I hope we can be friends.
Or, hello, and how old are you exactly?
Do you have strong feelings about any of these?
Alright, so the best way to interact with children
Uh-huh.
is to show interest in them.
Sure.
So this is probably the best question to ask someone this young.
Okay. Andy says not number three.
Please.
So I also had a bad reaction to number 3 because asking how old they are, like, sort of immediately puts them in the, oh, you're a child sort of space, as opposed to coming at them like an equal.
I don't know. I always enjoyed that question because I could sound all impressive about how old I was. And thereby demand number 3. Okay, so I'm guessing that different children in different areas of the world will have different reactions to this question.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. From a stranger, it seems creepy. Huh? All right.
If you want to hit it, just hit it.
No, I think there's enough bad reactions to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, time to put those years of babysitting practice to good work. Hello, Miss Tia. My name is Miss Juniper, and I'm very pleased to meet you. I hope we can be friends.
Hello.
I like making friends, unless you steal people's prize tickets. Those people are no good.
No good. I wasn't planning to.
Okay, then we'll be friends.
You remember when someone stole our prize tickets?
I do. We fixed that with Gavin.
Uh-huh. So, how do you know Miss Sue? Oh, Miss Tia was telling me that her brother is the chap we've come to know as Pinky. I see. Is he around right now?
The last...
The last thing we need is for one of the ghost monsters to notice us interrogating his sister for information.
No, I'm here with my big sister, but she got bored and went off to talk with her friends and drink milkshakes. We come to this arcade lots and lots. My brother usually ignores me too, but Miss Sue's always very nice to me and tells great jokes. And she loves Moopy. She can make the wizardman eat all the dots every time. She taught me how to do it.
Yay!
You just gotta kick the game right here and it'll look all funny for a moment and then munch, munch, munch. He'll eat the dots right up.
I see. Well, Miss Tia, I was hoping to talk to Miss Sue today. Do you know where she is? Or maybe your brother?
It's a secret.
I'm not supposed to tell nobody? Oh. See,
Yeah.
we're both getting confused.
I'm not supposed to tell nobody. Miss Two said it was a secret.
Okay, Juniper, time to use those powers of persuasion and those power pellets. What would Kristi do in this situation?
Bones. Throw bones.
Throw the bones at them.
I want to be friends. The secret's no fun if you don't share it. What if Percy teaches you more Moopy tricks? Percy does not know Moopy tricks.
This is shitty.
Yeah, that's shitty.
This is technically the truth.
It's technically accurate.
Yep.
Two Flower says that's a very good joke under 3.
3 is the best. All right. Well, we can do that if there's a good joke.
Sure.
I know. Mr. Percy can teach you even more about Moopy the Wizardman. I don't know how to play this version of Moopy. Oh. Well...
Version?
Aha. Oh yes, there's so many different kinds of Moopy games out there. It's the original arcade classic, this modern update, handheld games, strategy card games, board games.
I like board games.
Great! Percy will give you his copy of the Moopy board game.
Juniper.
He will? But it's vintage and still in its original packaging. Mr. Percy is very generous. I suppose he is then. Very well, I'll give you my Moopy board game if you tell us about Miss Sue.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm feeling really weird about tricking a little girl at this point. She sent us here so we could be friendly and diplomatic. Even if it'd be super easy to dupe this kid, I should be a little more honest. It's like me. Miss Tia, the thing is, someone's being very mean to my friend, Miss Kristi, and we're hoping Miss Sue can help us. That's really why we want to talk to her. We want to be friends with Miss Sue so she'll help us against this bully. Maybe she won't, it just loops around to the top option anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe she won't want to help, but we have to try. Miss Kristi believes in being kind to people, and that's why she sent us here.
Some people. Not all people.
To find someone who's friends with Miss Sue, so we can make all of this better again. Would you be willing to help us? If you don't want to, that's okay. We'd understand.
Miss Kristi? I remember her. She helped me when I lost all my tickets at a birthday party. She made everything better again. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you and Miss Kristi lots. Miss Sue should be friends with a great person like Miss Kristi.
Oh, that's a bad reference, Bad Road. Let's avoid that one.
Yeah. There's an really old arcade where my brother and Sue and her friends all hang out. It's not too far from my home, and it's got so many games in it. It's okay.
First, he gets his phone out and starts trying to figure out the address based on her description of the area. I'm just relieved to get out of the spotlight as he translates from little girlies into workable nappies. Huh. It says here it's a warehouse owned by Nostalgia Commodities. Does that mean James Rolfe owns it?
What?
Wait, no. Sorry, wrong name.
Yeah,
That would be Angry Commodities.
yeah, Angry Commodities.
I don't remember the Nostalgia Nerd's name, but I got the two crossed in my hazy, cold brain.
His name is Craig Golightly.
I don't think that's right.
No, that's Cinema Snob. Fuck.
Yeah, let's not talk about the cinema snob.
Goddamn white guys. Okay.
Right? I
It's a-
can't tell them apart either.
It's a super big house with one huge room and a really tall ceiling and stairs and stuff.
Quite good.
Sounds accurate. Very well. Shall we depart? I'm sure Miss Kristi is eager to make friends with Miss Sue.
Since we're friends and stuff now, Sue isn't really her name, right? It's not her whole name, I mean.
It's a secret.
Her name's a secret, so...
I can't ask this poor girl to divulge any more secrets. I already feel weird about this. She motions for me to kneel down anyway, so she can whisper.
Her name is...
Wow!
Oh, fuck.
Pardon?
Okay, I gotta find my big sister. Bye!
What was that about? So Juniper's gonna be the only one who knows this name.
No, I put it together, and I also put something else together, and
Yeah.
it annoys me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I get you. What was that about? I think I just figured out a lot of what's going on. I'll tell you on the way back to Wake-Driven Conspiracy.
Kill you.
Oh, not only did we learn where Miss Sue was hiding out, but we may have just been handed a heck of a plot twist. I can't wait to get home and divulge this info to Kristi, and now that I think about it, I'm glad I can help out my BFF. Kristi means a lot to me. We've been friends for years, and hopefully for many more to come. All we have to do is get past this teensy-weensy little bump in the road, right? Just like stop a megalomaniacal arcade czar from ruining all our hopes and dreams using nothing more than a street address and a name. I am betting she will want Ashley at her side when they confront Sue, of course, and that's okay. I've had enough excitement for the day. I just hope that I did enough to give Kristi the winning edge, or it'll be game over for us all. Game over, man! Game over!
You know, Bill Paxton's the only person to have survived. Not survived, but to have encountered an alien and a predator.
Mm-hmm.
Wild, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Want to take a break?
Yeah, this is a good time to do that thing.
All right.
So we're going to run a break, but just before we do that, we have something we want to talk to you about, which is that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, that the lives of people of color matter. Protests are still ongoing, as they should be. Racism isn't done just because we got one very shitty person out of the White House, even if he gets impeached and deeply charged.
He is not the source of racism. He's
No.
a symptom.
He's a very terrible symptom, but yes. We all need to be pulling together to make this a better world for everyone, a more equitable world for everyone. We have some links for you. Underneath the Bang Donate command are organizations that are helping with bail, with food, with travel out of, with transit out of bad situations. And with legal defense funds for people who are trying to get their land back from white settlers. Underneath the Command Taylor are organizations that are specifically helping people directly affected by the death of Breonna Taylor, a black woman who was shot in her own home by police who were who botched a raid looking for someone that they already had in custody. That's terrifying. She's one of a lot of names that you could speak with a very similar story. It is depressingly common. I wish to live in a world where it was absolutely unheard of, and I'm certain that you do too. If you can't give money to these organizations, it's a tight time for money for everyone, and that's understandable. But find some way to donate your energy to this civil rights movement. Sign up for ride shares. Find petitions and sign them. Just find some way to pull together, because this is all of our fight. Commit yourself to fighting white supremacy globally, locally, and within yourself. That's it, I think. We're going to run 3 minutes worth of ads. Stand up, stretch, get some water, do whatever self-care is important to you, and we'll see you back here in just a little bit.
Whatever you do, don't watch the damn things. They're awful.
No, don't do that.
Right. We'll be right back. All right, we're back.
I hate supposed to lose fights.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. We were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I would throw in my 2 cents.
Like Genichiro.
Right, like Genichiro. That annoyed the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I played through Sekiro like a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played second Master Quest, Sekiro Master Quest. And
The Legend. Oh god, what's the kid's name? Kuro. The Legend of Kuro.
The Legend of Kuro.
Second quest.
Second quest, yeah. And you still do the fight with Genichiro, the first one. And you can beat him, especially because now you've leveled up your life bar a little bit, and you understand what all the symbols that were being flashed at you meant.
Mm-hmm.
But then you win, you take down his stab bar twice, and then it goes to a cutscene where some asshole flings a kunai at you from off screen. You turn around to deflect, and then Genichiro gets you in the back like an asshole.
Did you see who threw the kunai at least?
No. It's literally just some fuck rando.
I'm trying to... It would have... The only person who was teamed with Genichiro at that point would have... Well, that would be spoilers for a game that people maybe haven't played.
Yeah.
But you know who I mean, right?
I do.
Yeah.
The big man.
No, the big man hates him. The old man.
Yeah, I meant the old man.
Okay.
He's very tall.
Yes, he is.
Anyway.
All right. Let's unhide the text box.
Let's penguin there.
Let's penguin there, baby. That's
We're back to me, I think.
Of everything that y'all wrote to Flower, this
penguin there, baby.
Right there. This is my favorite thing.
Oh, we believe this to be their case, but is there a penguin in all of the backgrounds? Because there were a couple that we couldn't find, but we think they're there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I awaken to the sounds of pain. More specifically, the groans of pain escaping my own throat. Apparently getting shot in the leg hurts. It hurts a lot. And sleeping on the second-hand employee couch probably is not the finest choice for rest.
Also, it hurts a lot more the longer after you've been shot.
Does it?
The pain gets worse.
Oh, right, because the muscles are knitting back together.
Yeah, the shock's wearing down. Our background artist came up with all the penguin gags, so he made it a story point. Well, give your background artist huge props for penguin there, baby. Ugh.
The nap was a definite necessity, however. I'm not operating at full speed anymore and won't for a few weeks to come, but sleep didn't make my muscles any less achy. If anything, I've got a headache on top of it, joy of joys. But right now, I got 99 problems and my physical condition ain't one. The fate or Waker conspiracy, the location, is what matters most.
No, but your physical condition is one.
It is one, but there are other problems.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, Kristi. You should probably be getting up now.
I'm up.
Goody! So have you given any thought to how you're going to win over Sue's favor once you confront her?
Well, usually I just sort of stumble through these things and decide stuff like that on the fly.
Ooh.
Oh. That's no good. You know those intense identity situations I've been tracking? The ones where you can't take certain approaches that don't mesh with your personality?
What, like, where I can't play it cool and logical if I'm not particularly steady?
Well, it's not so much that you can't, more that you shouldn't try something that goes against who you are as a person. People will see right through it. And I'm betting Sue will know if you're play acting at something you aren't. This will be a super intense identity situation. Only one way through. When the time comes, you're going to have to take a stand based on your highest personality score.
Not more numbers and systems.
It's for your own good, Kristi. I'm just trying to help you make decisions that will save Wake-driven Spiracy, and that means being true to your spirit. Your arcade spirit.
Thank you. And what does that mean exactly?
According to my calculations, right now your best bet for how to convince Sue is to be kindly. You've done a great job opening your heart to others. Can't hold on much longer. I know it's a one-way track.
Oh no.
Getting them to empathize with you. Do that with Sue, and she'll be your friend in no time.
Time to study up on how to be you, or as I call it, 5 minutes before literally any social interaction.
It's like that Dr. Seuss verse.
Same hat.
It's like that Dr. Seuss verse. Today you are you, that's truer than true, and there's never been anyone newer than you.
Listen. Me is a complex facade of spit and gristle that I have to construct from scratch every single fucking time.
Being me is the only way I know how to be, TBH.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And if I don't want to take that approach...
It's a bit late to change who you are as a person, Kristi. Ouch.
That's a... I understand what that means within the context of the game.
Uh-huh.
And I get that. That's a mean thing to say.
Uh-huh.
In general.
Iris can be a little over the top. Remember, my numbers and scores only help me understand who you are. Who you are is who you've chosen to be. It's a causal relationship. But with the help of your friends, you can maybe get some ideas. Nudge things around a bit until you feel confident taking a different tactic than your usual one. Speaking of your friends, here is one now. Oh my god. Have I got news for you?
Have you? Ashley rushes over to my side and sweeps me up in a hug, somehow delicately crushing me into her. It's nice to feel her warmth cocooning me. I gently push myself away to peer at her smiling face, eagerly awaiting the word. Well, the suspense is killing me. Is it good news or bad news? Please tell me it's good news.
Juniper and Percy did it. They befriended a little girl at Deco, and it turns out that that girl is friends with Sue and got the deets from her. To think Sue has actual friends. What are the chances? So, we for sure know where their secret hideout is, and you'll never believe this.
Ashley looks around briefly, making sure there are no other prying ears, and leans in. Her hushed words tickle my ears.
Damn, I don't have a cup to talk into. Here's a bottle. This'll work.
We know her true name. It's tsunami.
I jolt back, stunned.
I mean, they do actually look the same now that you put them side by side.
What clued me in was the the rose on Sue's jacket at the side.
Uh-huh.
That's like the
yeah.
rose on his emblem.
Which he literally has an arrow pointing to.
Yeah. Little.
They got the same nose, they got the same ears, they got the same fucking diagonal bang.
Tsunami.
Mm-hmm. Like a wave.
We'd been assuming all along that the ghost monsters were guns for hire, paid off by Dekonami to ruin our opening day.
No, he put his own child in danger.
But if Sue is actually Deko's daughter, would she ever betray her own father? I'm going to need to be very, very careful. Hopefully she hates the old bastard. I feel sorry for any kid named after an awful pun.
I'm down on the bottom, too.
I'm either very careful or awful pun.
Oh,
I think we both agree on, yeah. Tsunami. Tsunami? Seriously. Deko should be tried in The Hague for that one. The poor kid must have gotten it from all sides growing up with that kind of a name. No wonder she turned to a life of crime. Maybe I'll be lucky and she'll be mad enough to punish him for the name by drowning him in a tidal wave. Maybe, maybe not. I guess there's no way around this now. Okay. This changes everything.
It's absolutely wild, right? I would never have guessed that. Not in a million years. This makes things more complicated, doesn't it? How are we supposed to convince her now that we know their family? Blood is thicker than water. That's the opposite of what that means.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we'll just have to make our water real thick, like a slushy. I know you'll think of something, Kristi, and when you do, I want to be there, right alongside you the whole time.
I never want you to leave my side. I'll start stitching us together then. But if you're here with me, there's a chance you could get hurt. So there's a CKY song called Triple Manic State? No, that's not it. It's about this concept.
Mm-hmm. Of sewing people together?
Yeah. Oh, it's called Attached at the Hip. Right. Of course it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not the human centipede.
No, not the human centipede. It's like a metaphor for a dependent relationship. And anyway.
Not a metaphor for sewing people's lips to other people's anuses.
No, it's not a metaphor for sewing other people's lips to other people's anuses.
Which is what the human centipede is a metaphor for.
Yeah. I wouldn't really call that a metaphor. I just think it's the thing that is. That it is. It's the thing it is. I never want you to leave my side, but if you're with me, there's a chance you get hurt.
See, this is the dad joke one, though.
It is the dad joke one. If we don't stop talking about a human centipede, I'm leaving. That's fine.
Don't worry, we're done.
We're done. Do you want us to be stitched together?
I mean, not literally.
Sure.
Just go ahead and pick one.
I really want to show concern and say that she could get hurt.
Okay.
I don't want to put you in harm's way, Ashley. If anything happened to you, I'd never forgive myself.
If I let you go alone, I'd never forgive myself. So you're stuck with me. Just like I'm stuck with you. Together, we're in this together. You and I, forever, no matter how long, from now until the end of time.
Is that a card capture sack?
Forever and a day, that's how long. It's a Pokemon music video.
Oh, okay. Forever.
All this mushy stuff is fantastic, but maybe we should save it for afterwards. What's the plan, anyway?
Iris told me I only get one chance at this, that I need to go with whatever I do best. But if I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path.
No chance! That's what you got!
Don't do that.
Oh. Right, we'll get a copyright strike instantly.
We'll get a copyright strike. I don't want to give that person the speed of attention and a bunch of other stuff. I don't have a concrete one yet. I'm open to ideas. How would you handle this?
Sue's a colorful girl. She's got spunk and she's got sass. I think you should play to those strengths and joke around with her. Maybe if we match up her antics with ours, we just might best her at her own silly game.
I am excited that you pronounced the word spunk like it was a potato being launched out of a potato launcher. Hey there, Polar.
Good to see ya. Oh, it's fucking snowing here.
Oh, yeah. It's been,
We're right in the middle of the polar vortex.
yeah, we're in the negatives. We're in the Fahrenheit negatives.
Uh-huh.
Yes, fight mischievous cyber criminals with more mischief. Or Sue likes games not being the butt of her game. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way.
I don't know. It depends on how self-aware we believe that Sue is. She's 16, so maybe not very. It depends. We don't know her well enough to know how she'd react to this, but I think it's probably a good plan to go with. I think that it's your best bet is to try and match her.
I would like to hear other plans,
Okay.
but yeah.
Do you want to check for other plans? I don't know if we get to come back around to this one.
Yeah. I also don't know if we get to come back around to this one.
I guess I can just rewind.
That's true. I'm not sure leaving it up to Jess and Japes is the best way to tackle Sue. While she seems to like fun and games, she's a very real threat to Waker Conspiracy, the location.
I just know what I know, and I'll sing what I said. We come and we go. It's a thing that I keep at the back of my head. But one thing's for sure, I trust your opinion on this. Yeah, I can reference Paul Simon out of anything.
I'm not excited for a solar vortex.
That does sound like we'd all die.
Yeah. I'm not a criminologist. But I think the sun should stay where it is and not spin more than it does.
It should continue to
It should
spin at its
continue
current
spinning
rate.
at its current rate, which appears to be doing well for all of us. Ashley takes my hand. Sorry. It's these goddamn up-tempo numbers, man. Ashley takes my hand in hers as her jovial manner ends on a serious note. She looks assuredly into my eyes.
I will follow you into the depths of itself.
Hopefully the hideout isn't located in some sort of fiery depths, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Thank you.
And I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Ashley closes the distance between us and our lips touch. It's a long, passionate kiss, one I'd never want to end. But I know it must. Ashley pulls back, her cheeks flush as her hair playfully falls in front of her face.
I know there's stuff you gotta do before you go, so I won't stall you any longer. I believe in you. We all do. Okay, we don't get any other plans, apparently.
I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you. He places one more quick kiss upon my lips and leaves. Well, this is it. Either we sort this mess out, or Waker Conspiracy crashes and burns. Or I get, killed. I guess that's always an option. Considering we're about to go confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal until proven otherwise. But, well, if this is the end, I should probably have some words with my friends before I march towards doom. If only to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. Oh, there it is.
Scenes are optional. They're for last moments and relationship points and shifting your identity points if you want. Up to you if you want to skip them and save time.
I want to see them. Grabbing my crutches, I thump swing my way out to the arcade proper to track down some folks. I like how we, out of nostalgia, set up our break room exactly the same way as it was at the Funplex.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good thing we did. Let's see. I've already talked with Ashley. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Everyone.
Let's start with Gavin.
Let's start with Gavin. I find Gavin looming large over the arcade floor behind the ticket desk. It seems he was expecting me.
He does tend to loom rather large. So, our complications have developed complications.
Seems to be the case.
And you'd like my advice on the matter.
Seems to be the case.
Be clear with Sue. Be honest. And be ready to rise to whatever challenge she poses to you.
Perhaps.
If you let her make the first move, you can counter-move through improvisation. I know you're talented at it. Use that talent to let her set up her own traps and step in them. Treat her with respect, but in the end, she is just a kid. You can outthink a teenager, I'd like to believe.
Take this matter seriously.
If you take the situation seriously and approach with a clear mind, I have no doubt you'll win the day. Agreed?
Seems to be the case. I can keep a cool head and let her make the first move. Not sure about that. I'll consider other options. I like that. I do like that. Sounds about right. Going ready to form a strategy based on the conditions on the ground and play out that strategy with a calm hand.
Precisely the way I'd handle it. You know, when you first came to the Funplex, I had serious doubts about you. I assumed you'd just fill a seat and do the low-level labor while I focused on the higher-order management tasks. So I've largely kept my distance, or tried to at least, out of professional respect. I can't help but have come to know you over the time we've spent together. You're not a minimum wage trainee any longer. You've taken the opportunity and you've run with it, developing not only the Funplex, but a whole new arcade as well.
Can you do a favor real quick?
What's that?
Can you right-click for me? Are Gavin's knees ripped?
Yeah.
Have they always been like that?
No, I think that was a recent thing. I think that was after the thing,
The shooting.
The shooting, yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I know we're facing a difficult challenge. I'm not going to blindly assume everything will be fine either.
Certainly.
No, always?
They have always
Really? I just never noticed it till then, I guess.
Huh.
But I know that if this is possible, if we can stave off bankruptcy, you will be capable of doing it.
Thank you, Gavin. Your respect means a lot to me. And if not, I can always sell my vital organs. You were doing a terrific job before I came along, too. It shows he's not perfect, and also he can't afford to replace his business clothes.
Mm-hmm. I'm down for number 4 there.
We'll beat this problem and every problem that comes after. I also like that.
Let's kick its ass!
I'm not going down swinging. I'm winning this fight, and the fight after, and the fight after that, and every fight to come.
Come on, Mac!
Stick and move, just like Doc Lewis taught me. You've got my word on that.
Good. Good. All that remains is for me to wish you the best in your efforts tonight. Do Waitervenspiracy, the location, proud. Do us all proud. We're all counting on you. Naomi especially. I swore to protect her dream once, even if I've been inadequate to the task, unable to truly understand her heart. I hope she can forgive me for my earlier mistakes, now that we're all pulling together for Waitervenspiracy, the location. I must admit a fondness.
Have you told her that?
Well, no, but perhaps I should. Not that I mean to distract you, as you were.
Ashley's gonna be so hyped that her, OTP came through. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Anyone you're particularly hyped to talk to?
I haven't talked to Teo in a while.
We haven't talked to Teo in a while. There's one place I just know I'm going to find Teo, and when I get there, he's already on stage, grooving to the beat.
He can move his body freely.
Yeah. It's this Dynamic pose. Dynamic posing.
He looks very Disney here.
It's exactly like the day I first encountered Teo. Not a care in the world besides the BPMs and the flashing lights surrounding them. Never skip a day, do you? Even when impending doom is nigh? Even when we're about to go head-to-head with Sue?
I think I might have missed a couple days when I got the flu once. But seriously, just thinking about you facing off against Deco's daughter worried me the heck out. That's why I hopped on Showtime stage to quell the anxiety. Dancing is a good way to clear the mind and work off any stress.
Teo wipes the sweat from his brow as he hops down from the cabinet to join me on the arcade floor. Teo's carefree nature sheds and he looks me dead in the eyes.
That's why we call him Old Deadeye.
Old Deadeye's Teo, we call him. Master marksman.
Kristi, you don't realize how you've impacted us all, do you? I know it may not seem like it, but all of us have been impacted by what you've done for us and our arcades.
Thank you.
I know it may not seem like it, but all of us have been impacted by... Oh. I looked away for a second. We're all super grateful. Especially me and my crew. You've helped me grow my community of dancers and kept us from harm. Even when we tend to break fire codes.
I feel like you took the charge for that. I just provided a place for you all to play Showtime stage.
Exactly. Without my crew... No. Me, I wouldn't have been able to grow without your guidance. You taught me so much. Since I met you, you've shown that it's possible to care for others and take care of your own needs. And for that, I am truly honored to be your friend.
I've got that Care Bear stare.
Hey!
How could I not care, my friends? Call me caring nurse hailing. You can't care for others if you don't care for yourself. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I like how can I not care for my friends?
Alrighty.
Friends are so important to me. Through the Funplex, I've made such close ones too. I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us. Without my friends, I'd be lost.
And we'd be lost without you, Kristi. Lost in the sea of beeps and boops.
I smile at Teo. Because I always got a way to bring up the mood, and right now I could use that brightness. Your words are comforting. But Teo, with you and everyone else counting on me, maybe I should get on the stage and dance. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't stressed.
And you have every right to be. You have to find a way to convince Sue to join our side. I don't envy you right now, Kristi. Not one bit. By the way, how are you going to do that? What's the plan?
I'm still trying to figure that out exactly. What would you do if you were me? Teo takes a minute to really think it over.
Sue's still a teenager, right?
Very much so.
And what do teenagers do best? They teenage. It's in the name.
Rebel?
Precisely. And how do they rebel? By doing what they want when they want. They're all about having fun. Appeal to her sense of adventure and mischief. You're sure to convince her if you act as childish as she will.
That's the kind of tomfoolery I can endorse. Who may be young, but she's hardly a child. How do you feel?
I think this is a terrible idea.
I also think it's a bad plan. We're trying to get her to do an action that will possibly put her father in jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a childish thing. This isn't like a game of hide and seek. She's smarter and wilder than that. Being silly isn't going to do me any favors on winning her favor.
You always know best, Kristi. No matter what happens in there, Mateo and his wily crew of dancers are always got your back. Has always got your back. You're a part of our community, after all. And a bond like that never dies. Much like the legend.
The legend never... The soul continues to
The
burn.
soul still burns.
God damn. Look at that soul.
The legend will never die. Welcome back to the stage of Showtime.
There you go. I'm glad you got there. Thanks for always believing in me.
No problem, my friend. Now go out there and show them your moves. Oh no, he's Captain Falcon secretly.
Oh no.
He's Captain Douglas Mateo
Captain
Falcon.
Douglas Mateo Falcon. You know, Captain Falcon's first name's Douglas.
Like semi-officially.
That's a hell of a thing.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to talk to Naomi next?
Sure.
Naomi would be in her workshop, no doubt. I should check in with her and see how she feels about all this.
Do.
Looks like she's happily tinkering with some old 1980X arcade circuit board.
I just want to point out,
Yeah.
musical note emoji or emoticon, except it doesn't work with the font, and it's kind of lovely in and of itself.
I think it's supposed to be one of those long ways emotes, with the tilde being the eyes.
Thought it was like one of these, except it doesn't work with this font either. If the wavy bit is higher, then it looks like a musical note.
Sure, it would look like an eighth note, but I think it's meant to be
That's what I assumed, because she's humming. Could be either. It's not a decapitated sperm. I hope not.
Next one. I did this already. Hey, Naomi.
Oh, hey, Kristi, good to see you.
0 frame turn.
With you've been spotted Metal Gear.
Wait. I remember when I first met her. She'd jump in surprise if I approached her like this.
Two Flower confirms ASCII music.
Oh, okay, sure. It seems those days are over, and now I'm greeted with a warm smile. Listen, I'm heading out to talk to Sue soon, so I just wanted to talk a bit before we go.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll do great. In all the time I've known you, you've been terrific with people. Better than I've ever been, at least. If anyone can sway her to our side, it's you. I mean, look at all this. It's another penguin.
Engine. He gestures arms wide, Naomi her arms wide, to her surroundings.
When the walls fell.
What, your workshop?
No, I mean Waketer-Vanspiracy, the location itself. Look at everything you've built, and how do you do it? By talking to people, helping them understand your dream. You get what I mean, right? By being who you are, you can make miracles happen.
I'm just me, an ordinary person with a big heart. All I do is speak honestly. It seems to work. I am pretty awesome, aren't I? Yes, soon I will unseat Deco as master of the arcade world. Honesty seems to work.
Ah, the top one.
Okay. Naomi, I'm just me. I'm just a little old me. I've got big breasts and I wear them on my sleeve. I've got a big heart and I wear it on my sleeve. But it's up to others to decide if they want to do the same and join me. So far it's worked out okay, but tonight, I don't know. Maybe I'm not up to this.
Tonight, Sue will see your heart and know that you're in the right while her father is in the wrong. Hopefully not by ripping open your chest. Don't be so humble that you downplay your own accomplishments, Kristi. I know what it's like to cut yourself down a peg, scared of being too proud. It's easy to fall into that trap. So when I say you're a great person, take the damn compliment.
Okay then. So how do you think I should approach Sue?
Well, if it was me, I'm not happy with how they ruined our opening day. Honestly, I'm downright miffed about it. I'd probably go at him like a fireball, because I'm downright fierce. Holy shit!
We didn't know that was in there.
Holy shit, y'all. Look at that stream title. I just no-scoped that shit.
We didn't know this line was there.
I no-scoped that shit.
Boy.
But I know that probably wouldn't work. Taking the high road is the better path. You've got a steep hill to climb here, making her flip on not only your partner in crime, but on her family. So you're gonna have to try and understand her heart.
She kept saying she likes our arcade. Play into that. Be kind, understanding, and empathetic.
Okay, I'll consider playing nice. Or, I'm not sure about all that. I'll consider other options.
We were told to play nice.
We were told to play nice. Challenging her ego and insulting her is definitely not going to work. Playing nice makes sense, you're right. I'll consider it.
Believe me, I kind of want to kick her teeth in, but I know that's wrong. Even if we're never friends, we have to at least try to understand her. Better get back to work. These replacement ROMs ain't gonna socket themselves.
Even if the arcade ends up closing down?
I'm deciding to be optimistic. You can do it, Kristi. Best of luck. And no, the ROMs won't seat themselves even if the arcade closes down. Oh, hey, mind if I ask your opinion on something?
Sure, she said, with ominous dropping feeling in her stomach. What's up?
What do you think of Gavin? Like, I mean, I know he's a money-grubbing, prize-game-loving stick in the mud, but ever since Wake to Conspiracy, the event, and all of us working together, I don't know, maybe he's softened up a bit? I think you're a good influence on him. Do you think he'd be the kind of person to put old arguments aside and no, we've got to stay focused. We need to save the arcade. Forget I brought it up.
After offering a brief hug of support, Naomi returns to her work. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave?
Three more.
Yep. Just start at the top and work our way down.
Sure.
I think I spot Percy sitting in the restaurant area. Yep, there he is. Munching from a bowl of pretzels and watching some fighting game tourney on the sports channel.
Hello, hello.
Oh, Kristi, you've heard the news then.
That our archenemy is the father of our secondary archenemy? Yeah.
Rather unfortunate.
Unpleasant business, that. Simply unpleasant. I wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and a show of confidence, but the whole situation's gotten rather out of hand, hasn't it? As a matter of investment, my advice at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. I mean, I know you won't, but that's what I'd suggest. Life is short, take it from me. Best to make the most of what you have than to lose it all. So, apologies for my inability to offer a pep talk. Wait, I'm rather melancholy today.
It's okay, Percy. I'll take care of this little problem we're facing.
And I'll hold out hope. Not sure as to how you'll do this. I'll hold out hope nevertheless.
Well, how would you do it, if you were willing to give it a go?
Tricky. I don't know how effective it would be, but I'd like to try to approach as a friend, connect with Sue on an individual level. That seems to be like the main thing most people are saying, too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be difficult, mind you. She's young. She's got something to prove. She has friends she needs to impress. Digging through all of that to get to her heart, well... Got your work cut out for you, yes?
It won't be easy, but I think I could do it. Or, not sure, I may try something else. I mean, I think this is going to end up being our play.
Uh-huh.
I've been considering taking a gentler approach, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Percy.
Anytime, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, you should take the better part of valor and run for it. You've got your youth and your health. Take it from someone sitting on the Reaper's waiting. There's no sense hastening that meeting.
He always seems to joke about his own short lifespan, even if he's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it.
Hey, I relate to this man.
Maybe I should really try to talk him out of... maybe I should really try to talk to him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition. We love you, we want you happy and healthy. Can nothing really be done? There are always options. Have you truly exhausted all of them? Can I donate my heart? If so, I'll get out a pocket knife and sort this out. You're too awesome to fade away. You need to stand up to this.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. The joke is the only call that wouldn't make me angry.
I'm also looking at these and thinking about saying them to you personally. And I also feel that they're a little They're not good.
These are ableist. These are ableist as shit. Yes. Yes, this has been done. You do not know more about my condition than I do. So let's go with
So
this one.
let's go with the pocket knife thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you need a new ticker, I can always tear mine out of my chest and give it to you. I'm supposedly already dead. For be fair, I'm supposedly already dead for considering confronting Sue. After all, I know you've said time and again that there's nothing you can do about your death sentence, but nothing at all. He does seem to chuckle a bit at my suggestion, but when I push him hard on his options, he pauses before replying.
Kristi, don't be sad. It's quite fine, really. I've made my peace with this. I've prepared to ensure my legacy continues long after I passed. Don't forget, I'm reasonably wealthy, and charity will benefit from my passing, enriching the lives of others. No, death isn't my foe. He's become an ally, one I will walk with in time. But our focus tonight should be on you, not me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, especially not at this critical moment. I'll hear no more of it. Understand?
Fine.
Lovely.
Now go out there and do right by your friends. Save Wake to Conspiracy, the location. I've decided to hold out hope after all. Lovely, isn't it?
Let's go. Who's next?
Queen Bee.
Obviously, Queen Bee is playing Fist of Discomfort, right? You got to that dialogue instead. I don't know which dialogue you are referring to.
Mm-hmm.
I make my way to the... He has different responses based on your relationship.
Huh.
I make my way to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet, and I'm in no way surprised to see her playing, although this time it's without the fancy rig and camera setup. It's just her.
Come on!
Ugh. I fucking hate playing against the AI. It's no challenge at all. I could do this with my fucking eyes closed. Hey kid, jump in here and be my opponent.
I know better than to do that, Queen Bee. You would pulverize me inside and out, and I'd be nothing but a human flesh puddle by the end.
Flesh puddle. Sort of like how you're gonna take down the Deco family?
Huh? Queen Bee deftly hits a button combination which officially takes out her AI enemy. Removing herself from the cabinet, she pulls at her jacket, straightening it out.
I'm imagining you going into Sue's hideout, kicking down the front door, guns blazing, yelling at the top of your lungs and challenging Sue to one final showdown. What do you think?
I think you've been talking too much with Ashley. Her imagination's rubbing off on you.
Listen, Sue's a gamer, and we know she's got a bit of competitive streak, right? Be confident. Throw down your best fuck talk. I mean shit talk. I literally should have read ahead.
Yeah,
even
a little
one
bit.
word. Throw down your best shit talk. Fuck talk is a very different thing.
That you
and
shouldn't.
not something you should do with a 16-year-old.
Yep.
Unless, I guess, you're also a 16-year-old. She won't be able to fight against it. She'll easily see we're superior to Daddy Dearest.
I'll show Sue my first-rate moxie and take her down, or I don't think Sue would appreciate that.
I'm well against this plan.
Like, we've already stood up to her, and she was just like,
Yeah.
no.
I'm gonna pretend like this doesn't affect me.
Yeah. Mox is first-rate. That's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I'd like to, Sue doesn't like the spotlight being taken from her. I think there's a better way to handle this.
Hey, you might be right. No matter how you decide to take Sue out, as one of the 4 Heavenly Kings, I endorse you. It turned out there were 5 4 Heavenly Kings. That's the plot twist in a certain game. In fact, I wouldn't have furthered my career as a pro gamer if it wasn't for you. When you first showed up at the Funplex, I thought you were going to be easy fodder for me to crush beneath my heels.
Is this supposed to make me feel horny?
Hold on a minute, kid. Let me finish. As I got to know you, you ain't just another fan. You're a true friend. Sometimes when I'm frustrated, I look to you for inspiration.
Me? But I'm just Kristi.
Not bad.
Yeah, shit, right? Watching you overcome your fears and fight for Waketer the location, it makes my soul burn. Wow, we're going with
The
soul
soul,
burning
it
again.
does still burn.
Still burns.
It's still goddamn burning.
It makes me realize I can overcome anything too. The soul. Even my most hardcore battles. So when you go in there tonight, don't have any doubt. You're a fucking badass person. And an even more badass friend. Blush.
I am fucking awesome. Or, I cherish you as a friend too. Now to convince Sue I'm a badass. Or there will always be doubts even if I'm awesome.
The great thing about Queen Bee
Yeah.
is how she just makes you feel like agreeing with her when she says you're awesome.
Yeah. Kristi hailing arcade spirits is a true gamer now.
Oh,
no. There's no such thing as a true gamer. They're not real. Thank you.
Or is it gamers?
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is.
Alright, which one you want?
I am awesome is a thing. Now to convince Sue I'm a badass is also a thing. There will always be doubts even if I'm awesome is just actually my life. Oh, right. Well, this is a work of fiction where gamers exist, right?
We live in a gamer society, bottom text.
No matter how much of a badass I am, it's only human nature to have doubts. And by listening to them and using them as an advantage, that's how I'll survive.
Sure, kid. Say the sensible thing. Next, you're gonna tell me you're wearing sensible shoes for tonight's meeting?
A few pairs of shoes, and neither of them are sensible.
This is true.
I have a pair of tie-dye Chuck Taylors, and I have a pair of volleyball shoes I won off of the top of a Japanese candy sweepstakes that I've Sharpied "This machine kicks fascists" onto. They're not good choices. So what if I am?
I knew it! But seriously, I know you and I know you're gonna kill it tonight. Hopefully you won't kill anyone, but you'll kill
The situation.
it. Okay.
Chris Jericho points. It.
I can't handle any more of this mushy friendship talk. It's gonna ruin my reputation as the most radical person here, and we can't have that.
I don't think anyone believes you are less than radical.
Hey.
Thanks, kid. Now go do your thing, and don't forget to kill him dead tonight. The situation, not the people.
As I'm about to retort, she beats me to it.
I meant that literally, not figuratively. Never
Okay,
mind.
Good.
Ta!
So next we just have Juniper, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got quite a legacy with her.
Don't. That's not how it is. That's not a good thing to do. Juniper's grabbing some dinner at the moment. Don't kill the situation. He's a person too. Yeah, that's fair.
Damn.
I've never seen someone angrily eat hot wings before, but somehow she managed it. Fun fact, I've seen someone angrily eat hot wings before.
She has. It's me.
Oh, you also. I was thinking about this time I had a friend engage in a hot wing eating contest at the opening of a hot wing place near my old living space.
Mm-hmm.
He won.
Mm-hmm.
So-
But angrily so.
Yeah, he was upset that he won.
Because it was too much.
He got his picture up on the wall of the hot wing place that closed down 2 years later. And also cried all the remainder of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Come on.
This whole situation is total poop butts.
She lets out a heavy sigh as I approach.
That sucks.
You just dug yourself out of the hole your life had become, and now you're gonna lose another arcade? It sucks. It seriously sucks.
Waiter Conspiracy, the location isn't lost yet.
But it's not like you have a plan for how to save it yet, right? Other than go talk to someone who may or may not help?
Honestly, that's about as much of a plan as I ever have. And right now, it's as good a plan as we're going to get. If you were going in my place, how would you handle this?
Well, I guess there's two tricks I'd try. One, she's a teenager, right? A rebel to the core. Be a rebel, a dissident, a class clown. Connect to her on that level. Make her feel like you're wild, too. Two, she's a teenager, right? I remember being young and totally teenager. Let her make a mistake, then outthink her. Keeping calm, using that to react to her moves. I guess they're wildly different ideas, but hey, one of them will work, right?
I could be a rebel without a cause. I could outthink her. Might try something different.
Well, I've already pretty much settled on being kind.
Yeah. Like abs. I'm not sure either of those would do the job. I may need to be more empathetic or just go for broke. We'll see.
Okay, whatever you think works best. Be rootin', be tootin', but most of all, be kind. And by God, of course I forgot the middle line.
Definitely.
You know, I'm proud of you. You've come so far from the Hailing family curse days when you'd blame all your misfortunes on fickle fate. Instead, you're diving in and trying to strangle fate with its own strings. And I want you to know, win or lose, I'll still be here.
BFFs for life.
I'm your best friend, arcade or none. And even if you lose this place, you'll always have a home. I'll make you pizza bagels and give you a shoulder to cry on.
If I ever see another pizza bagel, I will hurl. And all the cartoons I can watch. Or You're My Best Friend too, that'll never change. Or I Haven't Lost Yet, and I do not intend to. Brutal Legend.
Starring Jack Black.
Starring Jack Black and Ozzy Osbourne and Lemmy from Motorhead. Lita Ford.
Some other people too.
Rather a lot of musicians, actually.
It turns out most of them are really bad voice actors.
That's just kind of the thing. I mean, they're all playing themselves, right?
Mm-hmm. And they still manage to fuck it up.
It
sounds like this. Like he's squinting really hard trying to read a script the whole time.
Yeah, a little bit. If I ever see another pizza bagel, I will hurl. We never mentioned the PB word again. I'm having harrowing flashbacks to days of malnutrition and low household income.
Oh, don't worry, that was intentional strong bad.
I'd sooner eat my left arm than another pizza bagel.
No problem. Consider it stricken from my dictionary. My pizza dictionary. Besides, I prefer toaster pastries myself.
Did you know when pastry's in the toaster?
You can have pastry anytime.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sufficiently cheered up thanks to your infectious spirit. Now
Your
get out there and
infectious-
let him have it.
Your infectious arcade spirit.
Ooh.
I think that's it. I'm ready to leave. No sense putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone that...
You can eat a toaster anytime. And Xenon got to the same spot.
Oh no. No sense putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone I wanted to. I gathered as much information as I could. I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. It's time to do this. For the sake of my future, my dreams, my friends' dreams, and Waiter Conspiracy, the location itself. I take Ashley's hand in mine as a soft smile curls my lips. We're ready to depart and face our destiny. Together.
To adventure!
Adventure! Paul Rubens!
Paul Rubens!
It's a short trip across town, and before we know it, we're standing outside a Ghost Monsters HQ, a rundown warehouse in the bad side of town. A wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, identifies it as belonging to Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated.
Spoopy. Wonder how many scary ghosts haunt this place. Traditionally, it's 13 ghosts, right?
Only if you're Scooby-Doo.
And or the 13 Ghosts, the movie.
Yeah. Hey, Matthew Lillard was in 13 Ghosts, the remake.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Didn't even realize.
Yeah, he was the one who actually, could see ghosts.
Sick. I gotta get his... Because he would have been much younger then.
Yeah, he was much younger, but it's absolutely Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, look at that. That's wild.
Yeah, he's got those glasses that you can see ghosts with.
Yeah, oh, it's the haircut. Other than that, he still looks like Shaggy Rogers.
Yeah.
Like, Matthew Lillard was the perfect casting for Shaggy Rogers because he just looks like a real-life Shaggy Rogers.
Yeah. Anyway. Vincent Price was in the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
I do remember that.
Does that include the ghost monsters?
Hey, it's Spoopifer.
It's 13 ghosts.
It's 13 Spoopifers of Loading Ready Run. Oh, yeah, how could I forget about them? Including them, I'd reckon there are 18, but still too many ghosts for my liking.
Can you think of a better place for a street gang to lay low? Odds are Deco owns this building anyway.
Correct. Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated is a wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace, LLC. Oh, great. Another obstacle in our path.
It's just one more thing binding Sue to Deco.
Don't give up yet, Kristi. I am right beside you and I'm not going anywhere. Although I'll leave you to do the speaking, you're much better at socializing with the enemy than me. I'll speak up if I notice anything, though. Oh gosh, it's now or never.
I saw it once, looking over at my companion. I'm sure glad I'm not going at this alone. I'm nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. Like Mike Townsend. I settled down on my crutches, armpits resting on the padding as I prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
Hey, listen.
Iris? Kind of about to be in the middle of something here.
I know, and I've spontaneously reprogrammed myself to include a new measurable metric, which should be useful for your mission. I call it the incredibly right indicator of success.
Or Iris for short.
Hey, when you have a great acronym already, you may as well use it. I'm going to start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there to determine how close you are to convincing her. That way, you'll know if you're on the right track or if you need to try something different. Let's take a look at your current score. Currently, you have a 0.0 chance of success.
Yay?
Well, okay, that's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it like if I walked away right now, I'd fail miserably instead of I'm doomed. But speaking of doom, well, I'm gonna sing the doom song now. Since there is a chance you can actually fail this time rather than be assured that you can mumble your way through the problem, would you like me to back up your data first?
Yes. Yes, please.
I think we'll be fine. We just have to be kind.
And
You're
root toot shoot.
And root toot and shoot. You are now ready to proceed. Good luck.
Taking a deep breath, I thump swing my way into the warehouse on my crutches with my companion beside me. I don't know what I expected to find on entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that rivals my own was not high on the list. If this is a dumping ground of a warehouse for Deco's industry, it makes sense, though. A place where old arcade games go to die, turned into a playland for punks. A disorganized maze of games litters the ground floor, poorly lit and barely functional. Only some of the screens are on, and many have serious ghosting and burn-in.
Ghosting!
Ah, dang. They sure did it. As for the ghost monsters themselves, the good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor in the catwalks.
On the catwalks, doing their little turn on the catwalks, like this fella
Yeah,
with a cupcake.
it's old man Pizza Tony with his living cupcake.
Yeah.
Huh, they seem distracted. That's good news. The bad news, they're distracted because they have a visitor.
Unfortunate.
I have to say, Sue, I'm extremely disappointed in you.
It's hard to get a good angle from down here, hidden in the shadows, but it sounds like the old man's ranting at his daughter in his usual passive-aggressive way.
Never to Flower. I will always right said Fred on a dime.
I could stay hidden and eavesdrop on their conversation, gather some information. Or I could announce myself and barge in on them. Both are risky. Which makes the most sense for how I'm going to handle the negotiation we're about to have, though. I think knowledge is our friend.
Knowledge is power. Just take a look in a book.
So, I used to watch this educational show. It doesn't matter. I motioned for Ashley to stay quiet as we lurked in the shadows beneath the catwalks above.
You should be out there doing what you agreed to do, not hiding away in your clubhouse. A clubhouse I pay the rent for, I should add. You want to keep your little playground, yes? Hard for me to do if some competitor rises to hurt my bottom line.
Pay attention.
Look at me when I'm talking to you, Sue. I'm trying to explain how the world works. Pay attention!
Yes, Dad.
It's hard to tell from the angle, but I could swear she said that through gritted teeth. There's a certain forced tone to it as well.
Am I not generous?
I don't ask for much, I feel.
I look this is like prime abuser talk.
I look the other way when you and your friends cause trouble. I bail you out of jail. I let you skip school as often as you want. All told, I feel I've been a lenient father who understands and appreciates his daughter's inclinations.
Like you know the first fucking thing about me.
What was that? Speak up, I can't hear you. And don't look to your little friends, look at me.
Reluctantly, Sue's eyes meet with her father's.
Yes, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad.
You understand, yes?
All I want from you is very little. Very, very little. It's what you'd be doing anyway, really. Go back there and keep causing trouble for Wake to Conspiracy. The location. I don't know about anything else called that, but I'm still going to specify. Or do you really want me to pull back all my support on your little gang? Leave you twisting in the wind at the mercy of the Cybercrime Task Force, or CTF?
Of course not, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad.
I'm starting to think I understand the situation. He's under his thumb, but not by choice, and she hates it.
Good. Now then, why haven't you finished the job?
Oh, come on. I almost fucking died thanks to invading lovely Chainsaw Turf. If we go back there...
I'm hearing excuses, Sue. I thought you were made of stronger stuff than that. Some delinquents are chasing you away? Really? How are you going to eventually inherit my empire if you can't stand up to some school brats?
Like, I want your damn empire.
Pay attention.
Speak up, I said! Quit looking at the floor!
And we locked eyes through the metal grate flooring she's standing on. Xenon says we should have used the video game naming system to our advantage and made it so they all said the location in the dialogue. I wasn't aware that it was going to fuck me up this bad.
Also, I don't think there was enough space.
Yeah, there definitely wasn't enough space. Her hands go to her hips in an overly confident fashion as she bends over, like a child finding a lucky penny on the sidewalk.
Well, 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 what do you know?
Ah, crap, she spotted us.
Inky? Blinky?
We have guests.
She snaps her fingers, a sudden aura of command about her. She's distracted from the verbal beatdown by her father and goon swarm flanking us.
Oh shit, we need a power pellet right now.
Right the fuck now. We're quickly hustled up the stairs. Well, as quickly as I can manage on crutches. Now's the time to use this moment to my advantage, and I know just what to say.
Deco, buddy!
Buddy, long time no see. It's been, what, hours? Or, interesting catching you here consorting with criminals. Or, it's an odd welcome, Matt, but I'll take it. Or, your reckoning's at hand, Mr. Nami. I think odd welcome, Matt?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sue, Deco, good to see you. Apologize for barging in at this late hour, but you're a little difficult to track down, I found. Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear.
That's what I like to see. What in the hell? I can't be seen here if any record ends up online. Jeez, Dad, relax. Clyde?
On cue, Clyde steps out from the shadows, their fingers dancing over their phone as they concentrate on the screen.
Both of them have phones. One has an Iris Assistant loaded. We're blocking their outgoing data streams. There should be no verifiable data evidence of this conversation uploaded anywhere. I can't stop Kristi's Iris from hearing you, but I can hijack her account if you need me so we can manually wipe her memory. Just say the word. We'll see. Thanks, Clyde.
Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight.
Happy now, Dad? Get clear. Now quit freaking out.
As you like.
Not that it matters. My business with Ms. Hailing is already concluded. I was more than courteous to you, and you spat in my face. It's clear we will never see eye to eye, and I have nothing more to say to you.
Actually, we're not here to talk to you. I came here tonight to have a chat with... Wait for it. Your daughter. Timing's everything.
How did you?
Well, you're a resourceful one. A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out. But I can't say I'm impressed that you came here after you told me to off.
You deserved it, though.
Well, I did kick them out of the arcade. That won't be a point in my favor right now.
You know,
We did
I
go
tried
from
to play nice
25
with
to
you.
25.
I tried to explain how it was nothing personal. The chaos we were causing for you. And you were super rude about it. Totally rude.
It's not like I chose to wreck your arcade. I didn't have a choice, as you probably figured out. Honestly, I like your arcade. It ruled. But I don't like a no-fun jerk, and you are absolutely a no-fun jerk. Absolutely, totally, completely no fun, and also a jerk. So why exactly should I give a flying fuck what you have to say? Precisely! Now, I see your game, Ms. Hailing. It's as obvious as the sad little strategic moves you've made so far to keep your arcades afloat. Sadly, nothing you say or do will save Wake to Conspiracy the location from my inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. Now, Sue, it's time you finish what you started. Wait, what, you want me to kill her?
Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. It's hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think of something to calm the tension. I step forward, my fist clenched, ready. But before words escape me, someone is by my side.
Sue, pay no attention to that old fuddy-duddy. All your dad does is make everything messy, and that's no fun at all. Meanwhile, look at yourself. You aren't anything like him. You're cool, you're hip, you're fun. And that's all you, girl.
Seriously? If you think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me, you're sorely mistaken. Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. She knows I'm the one she can rely on at all times.
Ellipses.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna throw up the big content warning for
Just a
parental
simple
abuse.
Uh-huh.
Simple friends.
The ghost oh, that's you.
Yeah. This is a bad relationship being shown to be bad.
Yep.
The ghost monsters exchange glances with each other, frowning and rolling their eyes, but they don't utter a word or move against Echo.
Can we just shove him over the railing for a dramatic death?
Can we just shove him over the railing for a dramatic death? They clearly want to pounce, but hold themselves back.
But I understand and support her.
Mm.
I
You do neither of
appreciate
those
her
things.
nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh, and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense.
Yeah, but it'd be worth it to push Dekonami over the rail for a dramatic death.
In other words, she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice. After all, Father knows best. Father knows all.
Oh my god, he's Skeletoring all on his own.
Arcades, Dekonami knows and controls all. You can't stop that. You can't fight it, and you can't win.
He's literally going Skeletor, yes!
Full Skeletor.
Sue, if you would kindly show our friend the exit, as forcefully as you like, perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Seriously? Vindictive much? Do it! Ugh, fine. Inky, Pinky, bounce them both.
With a flick of the wrist, Sue gestures for our buddies to make us into street pizza. Well, this is it. This is the moment. I need to say something that'll convince Sue to do the impossible, to flip on her control freak father. And it has to be something absolutely true to my core and to who I've become as a person. It's time for Kristi Haling to pull one more rabbit out of the hat. You're stronger than him. You don't need Deco. He needs you, and I can help you see that, which is great.
The others are all crossed out.
Yeah, but I do want to read them. Come on, where's the fun in that? I came to battle, and I challenge you to a pizza bagel eating contest. You call yourself a gamer? Prove it. This calls for a one-on-one video game showdown. Or, if that's your strategy? Toss this out? Surely you can come up with something more clever than that. This feels wrong, Sue. I'm not talking about kicking us out or kicking us around. I'm talking about you taking orders from him. Okay, I was a jerk to you when I kicked you out, I'll own up to that, but clearly you're a woman with power and who commands respect. I can see that now. What's someone like you doing playing lackey for someone like Dekonami? Sue, through our recent interactions, I've come to know you and your heart. You love arcades, but you're working for someone who loathes them while doing his dirty laundry. You don't... If you'll hear me out, I know I can help you see that. You're stronger than Deco. You don't need him. He needs you. But if you'd rather mash us into paste, well... I stand on one foot, arms wide, to make it a bit easier for her.
Do the crane kick. There's no defense against.
There's no defense against the crane kick. Do as you wish.
Are you quite done babbling yet?
A foolish fool.
Get this over with, Sue. I'm done dealing with this fool.
And yet, Sue's holding up a hand to stop the two goons as she was about to sick on us.
Crispy, what are you doing? Cut that out.
What are you waiting for, young lady? I said to get rid of them.
It's just babbling, right? So who cares? Specifically, why do you care, Dad? You afraid Kristi will say something that you don't want your dear daughter to hear?
I run the show, not you.
Well, I want to hear this out. And if you don't want to hear it, no one's keeping you here, old man.
What? Shh, the adults are talking.
Deco's visibly seething, but Sue's clearly taken the floor. Deco crosses his arms in defiance, but opts to let his daughter continue.
Okay, Kristi, okay, you got a temporary reprieve from a boy's making you into a Picasso. Maybe you're not quite the no-fun jerk I'd pegged you for. Say what you came to say, but if I'm not like super-duper incredibly totally swayed by your amazing charisma, you're out the door, or the window.
This is it. My chance to convince Sue. I have to do this, and it's not just me. I have Ashley beside me, lifting me up. I look over at my love, my heart, and I smile. Deep breaths. Count to 10. Refocus myself.
Find your center.
Find my center. I slow my racing pulse, bringing this down to something more heartfelt, more personal. I have to connect with Sue, empathize with her. This isn't just about being convincing. I need to befriend her and lay bare the emotional truths in her heart. I glance at Iris on my phone screen, who simply shrugs. We're entering far more subtle territory. I can't rely on her to tell me what responses may or may not work.
Shrugs in phone gremlin.
It's time to be... Fuck. It's... It's just... What the fuck? It's time to be the best I can be on my own. Appeal to her love of arcades. You have 4 more attempts to sway Sue remaining. Out of
Invoke
6.
the power of friendship.
Reminder, she was almost killed for Deco. Invite her back to your arcade. Offer her a place to stay if Deco kicks her out.
These two are good and kindly.
They are good and kindly. All of these responses are kindly, Two Flower says. So, these are choosing choices along that pathway.
Mm-hmm. Invite her back to the arcade is good.
Inviting her back to the arcade is good. I do think at some point in here we do want to remind her that she almost got shot to death.
That shouldn't be the first thing we go for, though.
It maybe should not be, though. Yeah.
That's it. Save.
Follow your heart. Follow your heart.
Want to invite her back to the arcade?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Sue, you like Wake Your Conspiracy, the location, right? How about if I lift the ban on you returning? Clearly you don't actually want to wreck my business. If you agree to stop pushing Deco's agenda by messing with Wake Your Conspiracy, you can swing by anytime you like. I'll even copy some tokens. Sound good?
Absolutely. Except for that small problem with a lovely chainsaw lying in wait to finish the job and put me in the dirt. Afraid that a couple of bucks in tokens won't go real far in paying for my funeral. I appreciate the offer and all, but honestly, if I wanted to come back, I'd come back, banned or not. There's bigger things at play than what I want, though.
But... She raises a hand, shutting me down.
Done talking about this. We're done. Ooh.
Damn, I honestly thought that would work, but she shut me down so fast I doubt she'd want to push me any harder.
That's fine. We got 3 more chances, and also we saved right before.
We did save right before.
The problem is, it's kind of hard to appeal to what she wants when we don't know her, though.
I really do want to go with remind her that she was almost killed.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a pretty simple indicator of how much Deco cares about you, Sue. He nearly got you killed.
He didn't know that was lovely chainsaw territory when he asked us to go to Wake to Conspiracy, the location.
Did you tell him?
Of course.
And how did he react?
Didn't care.
I don't follow.
Why should I? Some pathetic little gang of campfire scouts pretending to be a menace to society? They're nothing. I'd like to think my daughter and her friends are clever enough, strong enough to overcome such nonsense.
Except they nearly killed her. That giggling gathering of girls proved to be a bit more dangerous than you thought they'd be, Deco.
No doubt the shooter would have peed her panties in fear before getting the nerve to pull the trigger if you hadn't startled her.
You're making some assumptions there, Deco. For all you know, they're sociopaths to the core. And now you're pushing for her to go back into their turf. Yeah. Didn't read that one through, my bad.
A hard lesson, but one she must learn. If Sue can't learn to rise to such mediocre challenges, she won't be ready to inherit my empire.
You understand. Yes?
Am I a harsh tutor? Perhaps. But I know Sue will be stronger for facing her fears, worthy of the challenges to come in running Deco's palace.
Sue, do you want to own Deco's palace? Is that your future? And how do you feel about facing the lovely chainsaws again, Sue? Or what kind of father puts his daughter in harm's way for his own gain?
Put her in the spotlight. That seems to be what she likes.
Yeah. Take her out of the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Give her her religion.
Mm-hmm.
You like that joke?
I don't know that joke.
It's the REM losing my religion, but reversed.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no. I fucked it up. Tsunami, owner of Deco's palace. That feels weird when I say it. Well, let's hear her thoughts, Sue. Do you want your father's empire?
Well, he's mega rich, and I'd get all his power when he croaks.
Yeah, but aside from all of that.
That's a lot of all of that to brush aside, you know? I could do a lot with the resources he got.
And you'd have to run a series of arcades that you actually hate. Casinos with no love for the kinds of games you've hoarded here.
Well... Okay, running the palace would suck. But you can always sell it for cash and buy myself an island. What? Or heck, I could crash and burn his entire empire, then start my own arcade on my terms. There's just so much possibility if I grit my teeth and tolerate him until he inevitably drops dead of butt cancer or something. So I'm kind of annoyed by this because this is literally just guessing. This feels much more like guessing than an actual puzzle.
Like we were reacting based on something that we just heard.
Uh-huh.
In fact.
Yeah, she literally implied that she did not want to be part of this, and now we're getting the opposite response. Yeah, sounds good, but I need to stick by this old bastard if I'm gonna get his moolah. Sorry. Hey, maybe one day we could just open an arcade together?
Pretty sure that's the opposite of the effect I was looking for.
At this point, we can't win, so we might as well just come back to our save.
We have two more. We don't know how...
I'm assuming it goes up by 25%.
We get to 75.
I guess.
That's third?
Which one do you want?
Offering her a place to stay is nothing. Mm-hmm. Because she has, like, friends.
Uh-huh.
Appeal to her love of arcades?
I guess so.
You love arcades. You've got pixels in your heart, Sue. I mean, look at this place. It's amazing. You built one heck of an arcade here. Also, your friends could have a fun place to relax and enjoy themselves.
Not that great. A lot of the games are busted.
Seriously, you think you can appeal to her love of these pieces of garbage? The only reason she has any of these games is because I couldn't find space in a landfill for them. They're my cast-offs. What's to love?
Wrong.
Damn it, Dad, they're not junk. When I was a kid, I used to love going to your arcades. Bringing your daughter to work day was a treat. I got to have fun and enjoy all these great games. I felt special, like I was a special kid because my daddy ran an arcade. I felt good, like you were this amazing person I'd look up to. But then you started throwing them out and replacing them with fucking slot machines and mobile game ports.
Sensing he's losing her, Deco switches tactics.
Am I not generous?
And I gave you the games you loved, see? They're all down here. Instead of throwing them out, I gave you a very generous gift as my beloved daughter.
It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be enough to just say she loves games. I have to take Deco down a peg.
Provoke him to convince her. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think.
So he generously gave you his garbage?
That's straight up provoking her because you're then calling them garbage. But it's also provoking him.
That's the thing he just said, was that they were trash.
Mm-hmm. I feel like regardless of how I think this person would react, I don't know them well enough to predict it.
Right.
Like that's where the game's gotten me at this point, and it's kind of losing me at the last.
Do you feel love feels like we are?
That's pushing in way too close to home for people we really barely know.
Yeah.
And that might turn them both on us.
I think generously gave you as garbage is the response.
Mm-hmm.
Deco, you can't have it both ways.
See, if the option had said we were gonna address him instead of acting like we were addressing her, then I would have gone for that instantly.
Deco, you can't have it both ways. Are the games pure garbage, suitable for nothing but a landfill, or are they treasures to bestow upon your daughter? I can't say I'm impressed if you think the arcade version of a pile of used tissues is a worthy gift for a loved one.
See? You get it?
I can see through your bullshit, old man. You hate arcades. Only reason you run one is for the cash flow. Sucker born every minute, right? Even if the suckers you prey on are kids, you don't give a damn. It's all about that bottom dollar and nothing more. So don't act like you were being nice giving me gifts. I rescued these games from you. But I've done so much for you, given you so many gifts even beyond games. So not turning up for my piano recital in 4th grade, that was a gift? How about when you told me to make do with shirts with holes in them because you didn't want to splurge on new clothes? I was teaching you independence, strength of character. You taught me all I can rely on is myself because you don't want to offer me shit. And yet you expect me to fall in line when you need something. Starting to see the inequality here, Pops.
Good. That's got Sue on my side. Flatter her ego?
Let's give it a shot.
So let me get this straight, Sue. You're a teenage prodigy capable of making computers and security systems dance to your whim. You've got more self-taught skill than most college graduates will ever have. You command a powerful gang capable of smashing down any challenge that gets in their way, and what's more, you've got friends, people willing to go to the wall for you. There's fire in your spirit, your arcade spirit, and a will to overcome and survive. And you stand there at the floor, going, "Yes, Daddy," when this dumpy-looking comb-over orders you around.
Hey, watch it. Nobody pushes me around, okay? Nobody. Our interests coincide, that's all. He provides me the resources I need to keep rolling over anyone and everyone that gets in my way. Precisely! He's an asshole, to be sure. But he's my asshole father. You think he makes me weak? No fucking way. We're both powerful. We can do anything.
Okay, this is backfiring.
Yeah, I thought it might.
I was hoping to stroke her ego, but she took it as a challenge. I need to recover.
Are you asking for etc.?
You need more than resources. I'm not saying you're incapable. I'm saying you don't need him. Why love someone who clearly doesn't love you? I'm saying you don't need him?
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of that doesn't seem like she would instantly fight back against it.
Yeah. My point isn't that you're weak, it's that you are stronger than him. You don't need Deco. You're strong, capable, and independent. All those things he claims he provides, you can provide for yourself in a pinch. I respect the kind of fire you've got in your heart, Sue. Your arcade fire. And I've got... Thank you. I was happy to do that thing to you. And I know it can take you anywhere you want to go.
Especially if where you want to go is jail.
Think about this.
Let's put high-minded idealism aside and talk about practical reality, shall we? Because in reality, Sue needs someone with my power. Otherwise, I'm afraid she'd be quite doomed. Look at you, Kristi. Look at you, Kristi. A frail being of arcade and flesh. Could you have gotten where you are today without the support of your friends, your allies, challenged me, an immortal machine? Strength and independence are virtues, but so is pragmatism. So is knowing when to forge a strong alliance.
A pity, is it not?
And sadly, your alliance is weak. Your arcade is failing. Whereas my star is perpetually on the rise. Sue knows that I'm the only one who can keep her safe. Because I have power! I have strength! All you have is a series of failed business ventures and high-minded idealism. Sue, do you feel this upstart could possibly protect you from the inevitable?
Oh, man.
Buck, probably not. You seem cool enough, Kristi, but you don't have that kind of pull.
I don't think I was able to make my case on this one. Before I can get in another word, Sue waves her hands, interrupting me.
Okay, enough.
Man,
I'm sick of all this
sucks.
talking. It's time for action. It's time for decisions. You made your case, Dad, and so have you, Kristi. He wants to protect me and use me. It's patently obvious at this point, but maybe the cost of turning my back on him is too high. Crispy, what are you doing? Well, Kristi wants me to throw it all away. Throw it all away, just because it's the right thing to do? As for me, what do I want? How do I want this to play out?
This is it. This is the moment of truth. Coin flip. Did I convince Sue to abandon her father? Did we save Waiter Conspiracy? The location? Or was it all for nothing?
You know what? You, Dad.
Good. We won the coin flip, I guess.
Good.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you heard me. Your poor f***ing excuse for a father and your so-called enemy really opened my eyes about that. Oh, don't get me wrong. You've got money and power. You could crush me like an ant, yeah? Yeah. And I don't think I care anymore. I'm tired of living in your shadow and under your thumb. I'm tired of living with you. As of today, we're done. I'm cutting unhealthy like you from my life. I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life. Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out. And believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy deeds.
You can't do this. I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone.
Oh, Iris, would you kindly?
Sure thing, Miss Sue.
And from my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. She knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
This is a really weird cover of Kissed by a Rose.
But what's it?
Sue knows I'm the only thing.
My power, my
okay, got
money,
it, got it,
my
got it.
presence.
Yeah.
That I made her.
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor and blackmail to me. And once I do my hair in pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
No, that's impossible. You said you blocked all recording devices. I said I couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere. She was still listening the whole time. You can go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde. Already done. I've also uploaded a press kit on our Dekonami archives to 5 major newspapers, 11 websites, ESPN, Esports Center, and HGTV. I like HGTV in there. Home and Garden Television? I figured the two guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show.
With that settled, Sue turns a smug, satisfied smile towards her doomed father.
Welcome to the Ides of March, Dad. You want to get me in trouble too? You feel free. At worst, I'll do a year or two in juvie. But you You're gonna bleed out on the floor by the time I'm through.
Inky, Blinky. Yeah, boss. Show my father to the door. Gently. Don't leave any marks, at least.
No! No! This is completely unacceptable! I am your father! I'm Dekonami! I am the arcade business!
Inky and Blinky and Nod one night easily restrained Deco by the arms, but I just can't let him go without having my 2 cents. I'm sorry. Yes, please click that button. Hi, arcade business. I'm Dad.
Did you seriously just dad joke my dad?
You're damn right I did.
Wait.
You impudent, insignificant little...
Are you still here? Not for long.
I haven't lost. I can still fight this. I can still...
And the ghost monsters remove Deco from our sight. Instantly, the entire atmosphere of the place changes, as if a great weight is lifted. I couldn't be more relieved, and I relaxed into a sigh.
Not gonna lie, next few days are gonna be interesting, to say the least. I think you better stay at my place. My parents won't mind at all. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hide out till the heat's off. Maybe practice batting my eyelashes at a weak-willed jury box full of concerned parents, too.
Sue blinks in astonishment.
Oh, right. Kristi, you're still here. You were pretty cool in the end, I gotta admit. 7 out of 10 minimum. I don't think we'll ever be friends exactly, but you got my respect.
I'll keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings. So, we square?
You're a terrible person, but whatever.
Well...
There's not really a good neutral answer here, except for the dad joke.
There's not. Thank you for everything you've done.
That's a little much.
I think we're also a triangle and a circle. We're square, circle, rhombus, and octagon. We're up, up, down, down, left, right, be a square.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! You did it! You actually did it!
I'm as surprised as you. Ashley, you helped too. We did it. Together.
Also, Ashley was here.
We did, didn't we? You know, we make a pretty perfect team, you and I. Me and you. And now that the evil hath been vanquished, a new calm will spread across the arcade lands. Arcades everywhere will thrive, and the people will prosper.
We can finally live happily ever after.
I'd like that.
Who's that on Ashley's shirt? Anime.
Some sort of Bishonen, yeah. The next few days passed by in a blur. That morning we had press crowding around the doors of the arcade before we'd even opened. Sue's care package of bad news that went up the wire caught their attention.
Miss Haling! Miss Haling!
Ashley contributes more if you're quirky or steady.
Mm-hmm. Is it true that Dekonami organized a gang hit on your arcade? This is what reporters sound like.
How do you respond to allegations that Dekonami is involved in an international counterfeit plush doll prize ring?
What is your relationship with the ghost monsters? Have you heard any of the allegations of child abuse?
Have you seen Mr. Fame's article talking about the incident? Praising your professionalism?
This looks like a job for Superman.
I gave so many interviews that day that I lost my voice. Which is not dissimilar to real life. Fortunately, Ashley was on hand to keep me hydrated and encourage me onward. Oh, right, I have water. Excuse me.
Yeah, we have 100%, what's it called? Relative humidity, which, by the way, when it's -6, is still dry as hell.
Yep. Everybody loved to see a fallen family entertainment icon. It made them feel self-righteous, and Dekonami was now square in the crosshairs. It didn't matter that the official police response was a generic, "We are still investigating these claims." The court of public opinion had decided. Deko's palace was doomed.
Doomed, I say.
The final crushing blow came at a televised press conference 3 days later.
These obvious falsehoods generated by jealous business rivals and lying children merely go to show how the powerful are routinely targeted for harassment.
Oh my god, I hate him more now.
I didn't think that was possible.
He's a very well-written villain. I want you to know that.
Furthermore, what? No! Unhand me immediately! You.
Hey, that's the person who came and took away Polybius.
Yeah. And we never saw him again.
Oh no, he was Polybius the whole time.
What?
I should have known. Dekonami is Polybius backwards.
He's the true arcade spirit. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and vanished from the public eye. It's honestly a bit creepy. I was expecting a trial or something.
He told me that if I didn't commit all those crimes, he'd take away my food. I never wanted to be a hacker. I just like computers. I wanted to get a computer degree and get a normal job like anyone else.
A computer degree.
Largely a line of hokum, but it was good to see Sue breaking away from Deko's influence all the same. Who knows, maybe Sue's ready to turn over a new leaf and go straight after all. The Deko's Palace Board of Directors unanimously voted to eject him, given he'd just vanished into the guts of the judicial system. Oh, the arcade empire he established is still out there. It's still powerful, it's still tacky as heck, and it's still a menace to small arcades like ours. But without his guiding vision, it's largely treading water. Who knows, maybe one day the traditional arcades will overtake what he left behind. As for Wake-Driven-Spiracy, the location, it's good food, it's good times. It's a winning combination, and one that's worked out great for us. Hamza's side of the business practically prints money. The games don't pull in as much, but that's fine. Thanks to all the chicken wings we're selling, the place is packed to the brim with retro classics. There's something comfortable and classic about Wake-Driven-Spiracy. When you're here, you can relax, grab a bite to eat, have some fun. Who doesn't like that?
Did you almost say when you're here, your family?
Yes, I did.
Because that's where my brain went.
Yeah, I know.
Having assisted in the slaying of Dekonami's foul presence, Hamza finds himself tired of the restaurant business. It seems his wanderlust has returned. Farewell, my friends. I leave my dining establishment in your capable hands. I must resume seeking mysterious and unknowable arcade treasures far and wide. I'll have a doggy bag of those delicious jalapeno poppers to go for when I depart, of course.
When you're here, you're here. That's right.
It's not the best. It's not the best slogan, but it is tautological.
Eef free.
But the arcade, in the end, is less important than the people who call it home.
Cosplay connection.
I honestly didn't expect how Wake-Driven-Spiracy exploded in popularity after we took Deko down. With the newfound fame, people came loving... I'm going to restart that whole fucking paragraph. I honestly didn't expect how Wake-Driven-Spiracy, the location, exploded in popularity after we took Deko down. With the newfound fame came people loving everything about the arcade, including Ashley's mascot. Okay, can we get her to make something that isn't a terrible hoodie for us to wear? Any other clothes? Kids and adults alike adored them. We ended up making plushies, posters, action figures, t-shirts, everything of the mascot, and people gobbled it right up. Half of our profits are from merch alone. Watching Ashley watch people Watching Ashley watch people love those creations filled them with such excitement that we started working on a secondary mascot to debut at Wake Driven Conspiracy next month. The location, not the anniversary of the... Complete with backstory. I noticed that.
The best costume I've ever made.
Didn't really call attention to it, but Ashley is using they, them now.
Uh-huh.
This is going to be the best costume I've ever made. That's a voiced line.
Yep.
They already did that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Also, I shouldn't have read it. That's not my line. It's midnight here.
Yeah, it's getting late.
And you did it all while believing yourself and your talents. I'm so proud of you.
And I'm so proud of you that you offered to wear it at the grand reveal. You're going to look cute as a button in this.
With you crafting it, I would expect nothing less.
Just think, after we debut this new arcade hero, we will be an unstoppable duo. People will demand all sorts of new swag for these characters. Maybe they'll even make an anime about it.
Regardless, I'm sure people will love it as much as I love you. Now, hand me those buttons and hot glue gun. We've got a costume to complete.
Hand me those buttons!
Iris explained to me that irises, being adaptive software, eventually become more and more like their users. It seems my empathy is rubbed off on Iris. With my influence, she's grown quite a bit.
I hope that one day, humans will see us as friends and allies. All I've ever wanted was to embrace kindness and understanding. And thanks to you, I've learned so much.
And would you believe it, Gavin and Naomi ended up dating? Both of them were a bit distant from the others at first, but I guess everything we did together helped them come out of their shells a bit and realize neither one was an enemy. Well, they argue from time to time, usually about games and profit margins. But there's a mutual dream they share of a wonderful arcade where they can both be happy. And I'm proud to have played even a small part in helping them find that dream. No, I don't believe it. Says Bad Road. Naomi formed an online community of arcade repair enthusiasts, one which let her make a safe place to get to know others and be part of a crowd on her own terms. And Gavin took advantage of the fall of Deco's palace to make Wake Driven Conspiracy the location's hottest new arcade destination on the block, using his excellent business skills.
Acumen.
Acumen.
I know we're something of an odd couple, but that's okay. We're both odd people. We've never really done anything normal way to begin with.
Oddities we may be, but there's nothing odd about my love for you, and I'm so honored to be by your side now.
Percy only had 2 years left to live. But with the success of Wake Driven Conspiracy and the encouragement of all his friends, he decided that wouldn't be enough.
My mind's made up, and I'm going to seek more treatment. I don't want this to end. I don't want to say goodbye to you all.
He'd live many years to come thanks to a renewed push to take care of his condition. Happy years spent with all of us. And for Moopy, well, with all the time in the world, he took his time, paced himself, and eventually beat the high score.
Hooray! Although I'm honestly not sure what to do with the rest of my life. Suppose we'll just have to see when we see him.
Oh. I had to move very forward to see what that
see the emoji.
Yeah, to see what that emoji was, because it's some distance away. Through the good times and the bad, Juniper stuck by me. My BFF for life.
BFF 4F. BFFFF.
BFFF. Or beef.
I'm really proud of you, you know? You pulled yourself out of the tailspin your life was in and went for it. You did it. You made it happen. I'm lucky I got to be even a small part of that.
A large part of that, I'd say. I wouldn't be here now if not for you.
Hey, I'll take credit if you want. Just call me Juniper the life coach. And you know, I'll be in your corner till you're dead. Hopefully later rather than sooner.
When the four heavenly kings invited her to live and play at their team house, Queen Bee instantly snatched up that opportunity. It's always been her calling. It's been a lot quieter in Wake to Conspiracy since she left. Whenever she's playing in a major tournament, we always show the matches. She never mentions us in her championship speeches. I guess we were just a step on the ladder on her ladder of success.
Aww.
Teo kept the Showtime stage scene alive here at Wake to Conspiracy until he got a job as their regional community manager. Teo put his crewmate Dee in charge here as he set off traveling and organizing dancing tournaments around the world. He's doing what he loves. He's connecting with all sorts of people. I guess he just never connected enough with anyone here to stay around. I wonder if he'll ever stop by again, hop on our stage, and show us his moves. Also, Teo wasn't there. Love and friendship in a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Wake to Conspiracy, the location. Thank you, Wake to Conspiracy, the location. My spirit is restored, my arcade spirit, and my future is bright. At last, I can say...
I'm having a ball!
Don't stop me now! I'm at peace?
The last Metroid is in captivity.
The galaxy is at peace. I can honestly say I'm at peace. All the problems, all the troubles, all of it behind me. Ahead is only the wonderful future I've found for myself. For this day and every day to come. And here's the... Yep. Da-da-da. Oh, let the sun beat down upon my face.
Yeah,
that's Arcade Spirits.
For the most part, I enjoyed it quite a lot.
Yeah.
There was some...
We had some issues.
There was some confusing bits. I didn't like the way that the romantic bit was handled, and I didn't like the final boss fight. And I didn't like the use of some ableist language throughout. But all in all, I really enjoyed it, and I hope the next game is going to be even better.
Yeah. Which we, Two Flower mentioning it in the chat, is the first time I was aware that there was a sequel coming down the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited to play that whenever it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It probably won't take me as long as I... Arcade Spirits, this game was always on my my radar of things that I need to play.
Mm-hmm.
But such as, you know, we don't buy games a lot in the household because we... it's hard to make that happen on the sort of income we have.
Video games is expensive.
Video games is an expensive hobby. Actually, now that we're starting to do it more and more, because that's just kind of what Twitch is like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got a Twitch payout, and we used it to buy a couple of games specifically to do the stream with.
Yeah.
But this was in the... this was in the Humble Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. And...
I'm so happy that existed for many reasons.
There's a lot of great shit in there, but this was in there, and I was unbelievably excited to play it.
Mm-hmm. I actually had to figure out how to transfer the save files from her computer to mine, because there's not room on her side of the office.
Yeah, for us to
be there.
Yeah, for us to do the stream together.
I sleep here, so I have a couch, so there's plenty of room for two people to sit. Hey, thanks for coming by, Two Flower. We appreciate having you here. It's a rare thing and a fun thing to have a dev in chat.
Mm-hmm.
I like that there's credits for just things that were mentioned.
The following trademarks are owned by their respective owners: Midway, Joust, Robotron, Warner Brothers, Street Fighter, Skee-Ball, Q*berts. Q*berts owned by Columbia Pictures?
Mm-hmm. Burger Time, TMNT, owned by because Viacom owns Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And also TMNT is wholly owned by Nickelodeon because Peter Laird sold the last of his shares.
Oh, yeah.
After
Yeah, after he got completely fucked over with the 2003 series. And season 6, they took creative control away from him and tried to change it into something totally different, which then failed miserably. And then,
why is Billy Gunn specifically called out as a trademark? I don't think we saw that dialogue.
I don't think so either. Hey, the Maze Runner. I don't think we saw that one either.
Hope to see you again in Super Arcade Spirits 2 Turbo.
But, yeah, and then after season 7, they canceled it halfway through. Before it even got to any of the plot points.
Yeah.
Because, they're supposed to ramp up in the second half of the season. And so he said, I can't do this anymore. This is too painful. I need to wash my hands of this. So he sold all of his shares, I believe, to Kevin Eastman, who has since passed them on to Nickelodeon in their entirety.
Yeah.
And I may have that out of order a bit.
And that sucks. But is sort of a thing that happens.
Ninja Turtles 2012 was pretty good. We still need to get around to actually watching more of Rise.
You were very unenthused with it.
Yeah, like the first episode and the bits I saw of it, it just looks like Teen Titans Go with Ninja Turtles. But apparently that's not the case so much as the series continues. So, might as well give it a try at some point.
Well, game over. Thank you for playing. Congratulations, this story is happy end.
That's right. Ooh, post-credits scene.
This is outrageous, and I demand to speak with my lawyer. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? You can't do this to me. I
am well aware of who you are.
Good. Then you know I can afford a lawyer who can run circles around you, whoever you are.
True. If you were officially under arrest. Technically, this facility does not exist, and neither do I.
What? You can't do this!
If you prefer, I could hand you over to the police. There's a cybercrime task force that's eager to get their hands on you. But if you'd like to avoid a lengthy prison sentence, I have a proposition for you. I'd like to know about a tiny, tiny little detail buried in all those leaked files your daughter posted online. Specifically, the 1980 boot playtests.
The what? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage.
You know damn well what I'm talking about. Sinnesloshen's Pride and Joy. I never knew how to pronounce that name. I believe it's Sinneslochen, but I've never been 100% sure. You hosted secret playtests of that game.
No. Oh, those tests, sorry, but I don't see what help I'll be. If I only played a minor role. Once the test was over, the machines were shipped out to other locations.
Exactly. Against our authority. Sinneslokten distributed their prototypes. And you're going to use all of your connections, all of your leverage, every drop of what little influence you have left to help us find our property. Polybius was our project, Mr. Nami, and we want it back.
Done.
Dragnet?
Yep.
Okay.
Game over for real this time. Thank you for playing.
I think it's somewhere between Sloshen and Solution.
Mm-hmm.
Your flux capacitor is now charged. On your next playthrough, you can use your mouse wheel to scroll back and forth in time and change your mode.
Yeah, we could already do that because I have shaky hands and we needed to.
Yeah.
Also, would you like to save your character and story data from this playthrough so you can use it in any future Arcade Spirits expanded content?
Yes, save my data.
Now exporting data. All done. Thanks for playing. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Oh, Ashley shows up in the Arcade Spirits Hearthstone.
Hooray. Until I put my cursor over her. And she disappears. That was just...
I bet they... I bet if you get different endings, they start cycling.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. So, yeah, like we've been saying, this is a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Again, odds are very high that you own it because it was in the Humble Bundle for... I kept saying Humble Bundle. I said that twice.
Mm-hmm.
The Itch.io bundle for racial justice and equality. So if you want to have a look at some other routes, do that yourself. Maybe you'll fuck up less on that final battle. So schedule then, I guess.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be Andrea. She finished Makaitoshi Saga 1. Is she gonna just start up the next one?
I have no idea. It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise, I guess. But Annie will be playing something. Come watch her play a video game. Next is Wednesday. Wednesday presumably will be Zoo and Mox playing more Monster Hunter.
Yeah, they'll be starting Iceborne.
They'll be starting the Iceborne expansion. So much ice, born so deep into it.
Sue set up her character to just be like a dragoon from Final Fantasy, which is kind of awesome. She's got like 5 different colored outfits.
Oh, neat. So, jump in for the Monster Hunter fun. Thursday is going to be Alice playing more Paper Mario and the Origami King.
Mm-hmm.
That's been an awful lot of fun.
It's a horror game.
It's a horror game. Friday is going to be Katie. You're going to be playing the other Mario game, the new Super Mario Brothers.
Flat Mario and Fat Mario.
You're going to be playing Thick Mario's.
That's right.
Thick Mario's Kitty Adventure.
That's right. Thick Mario's Cat Habit.
Right. So come watch her play Thick Mario's Cat Habit. Then Saturday we don't stream. Sunday will be our community day. We'll probably play more World War Z.
Y'all finished a whole chapter last time.
We'll talk about it. It was a much shorter chapter, and also we didn't fail any of them. Like, we failed a couple in the first one.
Trying to bump up the difficulty.
Yep. And what's the next thing? Oh, next, and then Monday it'll loop back around to me, and I'm going to play Game Dev Story next week by Kairosoft, which is one of my favorite mobile games. We bought it on the Switch because there's a Switch port now. And it's just a one-off. It's the palate cleanser sort of thing. And we're gonna do that. I would like it if you joined with me, but it's okay if you didn't.
Kairosoft makes like free games and then reskins them over and over and upgrades them each time.
Yeah.
And I think they've generally done a really good job at it.
Game Dev Story is by far my favorite.
It's one of the earlier ones,
And
so it's a little less complicated than a lot of their more recent outings.
So we'll make some video games together, and I think that's everything. That's our schedule. You can find it at schedule.truck.community if you wanted to go to that website, where you can also see the schedules of the rest of our stream team, which is Xenon Fiber, Bad Road, Riz Plays Games, In the Land of the Rising Sun, and Bad Road, and Andemonium. All wonderful streamers worthy of your time and attention. Please check them out if you're looking for other cool people to follow. And if you want to watch just more of us, we have a YouTube at youtube.truck.community, which is all of the YouTube, which is all the VODs of our streams, or most of them. Some of them got lost, which is a real shame.
But there's years of shit there.
There's years of content. There's, like, literally thousands of hours of us playing video games and talking about them and doing goofs and having fun. Isn't that what we all need in this trying time?
Fun.
A little more fun. All right, that's it. Thank you, Katie, for joining me.
Yeah, I was very glad to.
And thank all y'all for coming and watching this great game. And until we see you next time, stay safe.
You can't parry a wolf.
It's true.
Except in Sekiro you can.
Yeah. And you do.
Repeatedly.
Yeah. Or you hit them with
That's
with Shuriken. Yeah.
That's how I know that's not a Sekiro quote though.
Yeah.
Because you can parry a wolf in Sekiro.
Also because it's from 2020.
You got that in 2020, didn't you? Yeah, like November or something.
Yeah, okay.
Also, she didn't stream it.
Good night.